Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing today, man? It's good to be back here today. It's a great day, first of all, and I am so privileged to come here to have this session today. You guys, you know that every single Monday, it's my show, and um, for the past couple months, I've always been having different guests, and we have been talking, getting to know about what they're doing to this beautiful continent to transform everything and have a little bit of water on my beard and everything like that. But today I was supposed to come here with my best friend, all right, to give you guys everything that you guys should know about the genesis of Swahili Nation, how this movement started, how I started, and all those kind of stuff. So I was pumped. I was not excited because I know he was gonna roast me a lot here today, But since yesterday, last night, he started to get sick, like he was serious sick, and today in the afternoon he sent me the video that he's at the hospital, so I had to call him and to see how he's doing, and he's very weak. His body's very weak, and he's trying to fight back. And he is doing much better right now, but unfortunately, we cannot have him here today because he's still in a recovery mode. But hopefully, we'll have him on the coming week. So finger crossed. Let's pray. And just hope that everything will go fine. Because sometimes we have our own plan, and God, He has His own plan, and devil, he has his own plan as well. So I don't know what happened, but whatever that happened, I didn't like it. But we're gonna still just wait and see what's gonna happen at the end of the day. Anyways, guys, welcome. If you're new to this family, subscribe. Let me just do this real quick. Yeah. Well, I don't know what happened to me as well. So if you're new, guys, please let me know in the comment section where you're watching from. Let me know the location you are right now. Shout out. I want to holler at you guys right now. I see my sister Marie. She's already here. Medina, he was here a long time ago and he commented. So I appreciate for that commitment. All right, I appreciate for that commitment because today I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff, and I realized that I've been having this live stream with people for a long time, but today I'm just gonna go through the topic of today a little bit. I'm going to talk about things that I think we all need to hear. And I'm going to talk about things that I think no matter who you are, but you are going to learn. You're going to learn something at the end of this session today. I'm not going to stay here for a long time, but I believe until the end of this session, you are going to learn something. So I just want to encourage you to copy this link and share with somebody, because there's something great you're going to learn today, and that's our goal, and that's our dream. That's what we wish for. Like all the time that we come here and have this session, my hope and my belief is that you guys will get something. Not just for me, but we get something from one another, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I appreciate Marie, appreciate Neil, and someone here. I don't know why this page is not showing me, but someone here as well is watching. Frederick, I believe it's Frederick. So I appreciate you guys. You can shout out where you're watching from, and it's going to be amazing. Let me pray a little quick, and then I'll begin with the session. God, I thank you for today. I thank you for the moment, for the time, for the life and opportunity you have given us to come here to talk about this continent that you love so much, Africa. And I know that we'll have a lot of people here joining from different places, coming here to hear, coming here to share, coming here to connect, because that's the mission. That's what we stand for. And I just pray that whoever is going to come here today is going to learn something. And I will learn something as well, because we are building this new system and this family, one big family, one Africa, that is going to transform this continent. And so every single thing that we are committed to do, it's actually leading us towards that mission and vision. So help us even today as we talk about this topic, it just give us wisdom and understanding, and most importantly, will be the change that this continent desires for a long time. Thank you, God. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right. Yeah, Frederick, you look like you have, man, I don't have flu. I don't know what happened. It just all of a sudden when I started here, something started, but, anyways, I'll be able to talk anyways, but I appreciate for that. Well, guys, so you have seen the topic of today. All right. The topic of today is commitment under pressure, or you can call it CUP. All right. Just CUP. When you say CUP, you have to remember that commitment under pressure. And I want to be very clear that this message, I have been influenced by, one of the pastors called Robert Madu. He's in the US, and I think his origin is from Nigeria, Robert Madu. He preached something the other day that called confidence under pressure. So it's exactly the same thing, CUP, but he didn't use the word commitment. He used the word confidence under pressure. And he was basically talking about, if I summarize a little bit, basically he was talking about, a lot of time we tend to lose our confidence, especially when you're under pressure. Like, it's very easy to have your confidence right now. Let's say you have your confidence, you take shower in the, in your shower, in your bathroom, and you can sing, you can dance, you can do all those kind of stuff because you're alone. But what if your confidence is being tested under pressure? What if you get away from the bathroom and then you go all the way to the stage singing in front of thousands and thousands of people? Are you gonna still have that confidence that you perform in your shower room? So that's basically is the confidence under pressure. That we have confidence, exactly. And sometimes you apply confidence when you're alone, when you're doing this and that, but can you still maintain the level of confidence when you're in the midst of pressure? And I love that message so much. I listened to it, and I didn't know that I was going to talk about this. So when I was writing a title for this message, I wrote Africa's future is on our hands. And then I just had to relate to that, commitment under pressure. Not confidence. For me, it's commitment under pressure. But I got a shout out to Robert Madu. This guy, guys, if you haven't listened to this guy, and if you're interested to hear some of the, very motivational speech and, Christian message, you just go type Robert Madu and you will see his messages. Anyway, so getting back to my topic, confidence, commitment under pressure. Recently, I've been posting something on my social media, and I wrote this, that without commitment, you cannot start anything. And without consistency, you cannot finish. Without commitment, you cannot start anything. And without consistency, you cannot finish anything. So you need both C. You need commitment to be able to commit to something, to be able to commit to the mission, to be able to commit to the vision, to be able to commit to what you're pursuing on, to be able to commit in school, or if it is a job, if it is a relationship. You need commitment to start something, to start a journey. But that commitment cannot bring you all the way to the end of your journey. You need something else. You need something more powerful than that. Because commitment, you can start something, you're committed to start. Like we started Soil Nation One Africa, we committed to start. We started this, so we are committed. We have all the commitment that you can ask for to start what we started. And we are here today approaching 3 years, right, on this journey. Commitment is what helped us to start this journey. But more than that, if we want to achieve One Africa in our generation, then we're going to need consistency. Consistency is what's going to help us to finish this journey of One Africa that we're pursuing. And on this journey of commitment and consistency, you guys, that a lot of people, they don't want to be committed. I can talk about myself as well. They don't want a commitment. They don't like commitment because there's a lot more to offer. There's a lot of freedom that you're going to need to give up, to let go once you're committed. Let's just take an example of relationship, right? I would say this, a lot of guys, we don't like commitment. That's why you find someone dating someone for many years, like 3 years, 4 years. I found somebody was dating this one girl for like 7 years without being committed, without wanting to actually propose and to marry this girl. And he has been dating for 7 years, and then eventually they broke up, which is bad. So you can look back for those 7 years. You wasted a lot of time, because most of the time, our sisters, they have biological clock. You know what I'm saying? You cannot stay with somebody for 7 years, not marry, and then later on you walk away. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys, not everybody, but a lot of guys, a lot of us, we don't like commitment because we think about the freedom. We don't want to commit it because we still want to pursue our alone life while we're still in a relationship, which it cannot really work, right? And we still want to be free, right? I don't want to tell anyone that, hey, now I'm going to shopping mall. Now I'm going to do this. Oh, I was here. I don't want to go out and somebody calling me, who are you right now? Who are you with? Who are you sitting next to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that. So most of the time we don't like commitment because of the price that we have to pay, the price that comes with commitment. Commitment is not an easy thing. And I don't want to simplify, but commitment, it's a matter of a choice that I'm deciding to be committed, but it's not an easy thing because choice is one of the difficult things you could do, all right? Because you have reasons why you make that choice. Whatever choice you want to make, you have reasons, right? If you choose A or B, you have reasons why you choose what you choose. So the process of making that decision is not easy, I gotta admit that. But after being committed is not the end of the journey, because there's a price to pay in that commitment, and that is everything that I was just saying. And that's what helps you to start with something. And we have seen a lot of movements. We have seen a lot of things that have been out there, really good stuff, that they started with a good intention. They started with a good heart. They started with a good spirit, but they didn't end up in the same spirit. In the same spirit. All of us, when we start something, we are very excited. We're very determined. You know, we want to see change. We want to transform that. I'm going to change the world. That's the spirit that most of us, we start. So whatever movement that didn't work, whatever business, whatever things that didn't work out, it doesn't mean that those people, they were not committed. Those people, they really meant to bring about change. They really meant to do something, and they were committed to see that change happening. But there's always a price to pay when you commit to something. When you commit to something. And a lot of people, they end up give up, you know, at the middle of the journey because of the simple word consistency. Just because you're committed, it doesn't mean that you are consistent. You can be consistent. It doesn't mean that. You might be committed, but at the end of the day, all of us are human beings. We give up, you know, in anything, like in anything. I gave up once. You guys gave up once. Every single one of us here, you gave up on something. Some of them, maybe you really had to give up. Some of them, maybe you just lack consistency. You just run out of patience that, you know what, I cannot keep doing this. You know, I cannot be consistent at this. I just need to stop. Yes, I'm committed. I was committed, but I cannot take this anymore. I have to stop. And I think in the context of what we're fighting for Africa, for a better future for this Africa, I think one element that a lot of our people are lacking is consistency. I've witnessed that people, they give up on their dreams. They give up on opening up their companies or their businesses. They give up on doing that because of the system and because of what they see happening within the country, or what they see happening when somebody wants to invest or want to do something. So we have this thought in our mind that we always talk about, which is true in a lot of percentage, that here in Africa, in order to start something, if you're an African, even if you're a diaspora or you're a foreigner, without money, you cannot invest. Without money, you cannot start something. It's just not money to start what you want to start, but the money that you need to give to people in order for them to do their damn job. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the money that you need to invest. No, you might have your money to invest in your business, but you need a whole lot of money, maybe even double the money that you need to invest in your business to give to people who they just need to do their job, but they're not willing to do their job unless you give them money. Then they work for you. And that's in the system that we are. So you have a lot of people who they give up on that because they don't see the way through. They don't see, they see the struggle that is going through that. And for me, I cannot really blame those kind of people because that's the system that we are living in. And I got to be honest with you. Lately, I've been thinking a lot that how can we change this system? How can we transform this system? Like, how can we get to a place whereby me as an African, I want to start something, or you as an African, you want to start something, you're not going to need to give money in order to get your job done. Like, I've been thinking about that. How can we get there? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily because you might not have money. Maybe you have all the money that you want, but then this mentality of that you cannot be saved, even though it's my job, without giving something, it's a very dangerous mentality. And it's keeping us low every single day, because you in a bigger perspective, you find some of the leaders coming like agreeing in some contract, agreeing in some, with some foreign companies that they don't really make any change into a certain place, but they take everything away. And I'm willing to do that simply because I got money when you wanted to register something. You know what I'm saying? So there's no credibility, there's no accountability when you use that way or when it happens that way. So a lot of people, they end up, giving up and not being committed on what they do, But I think one thing that I want to emphasize the most is consistency, and is what I think a lot of us, we fail. And is what I think a lot of businesses or Africa, whatever movements we do, we lack that a lot of time. And so we end up giving up. And it's because of different challenges that all of us, we can name. Like, you can name all, kind of challenges out there, why people, they cannot be consistent in what they do, and they end up, stopping and not, keep moving forward. You can talk about that. But that's when our mission and what we do, Swahili Nation One Africa, comes in. That we need commitment, and we needed that, and we started already. That journey of starting 3 years, it's enough here to start something, but we need consistency in order to finish the work that we have started. Because you could have commitment, but commitment is not going to keep you all the way to the end of your journey. You need another element, and that is consistency, to be able to finish your journey, to be able to achieve the goal that you want. For us, in order to achieve One Africa in our generation, well, we need consistency. We need consistency of every single day, 24/7, to make sure that we are achieving that. Because the challenges that encounter One Africa, it's more than you could imagine. And I have this privilege to lead this mission. And every single day as I'm leading this mission, I see thousands and thousands of challenges. Every single day I'm learning something new. Every single day I see something. Every single day, guys, I see a reason not to pursue One Africa. I'm not even exaggerating. Every single day I see a reason of giving up. Every single day, not even see, but what I see, I hear, I encounter, I experience every single day. And that is because I invested my time, and I invested my energy and my calling. I know that my calling is for One Africa. And so when you immerse yourself into the vision, into the goal that you do have, you're going to learn a lot about that. And you're going to realize that, oh, when you're outside and just you talk about One Africa, it might seem to be a very simple thing, easy thing. But when you get inside and actually trying to pursue it, you start realizing that, oh man, I understand why our ancestors, they never achieved this. Yes, they had a goal. Yes, they had a vision. Yes, they spoke about it, but it never happened. Why? Well, I'm understanding right now because I'm in this vision for more than 3 years now, fighting for One Africa in our generation. And I see why it's very easy to give up. I'm telling you, Every single thing is telling you that you cannot be consistent in what you do. You gotta stop. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta have life. You gotta find a job. You gotta have a family. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you're fighting for something like this, it's even risk for your family, risk for your people, risk for everybody else. So there's a lot of things that going on that a lot of time they might just stop you from pursuing what you're doing. But that's why we're here today, and that's why I'm here to encourage every single one of you that we still need to be committed under pressure. And the pressure I'm talking about here today is that the pressure, the resistance we see to achieving One Africa. The challenges we're facing, for example, in our case right now, I can point out that the challenges we're facing right now of just getting an office, that is a pressure. It's a huge pressure. Guys, it's a huge pressure. I was just talking 2 days ago, I was just talking to these people. They found me. They're actually potential partners who actually wants to partners with us. And like as I'm saying right now, like a couple minutes ago, I even sent the email as well. So I was just talking to these people, and this is what they asked me. And I can just read you guys even the email. And this is crazy that it happened while we are pursuing and while we are talking about the offices and everything. But this is the pressure I'm talking about. So one of the pressure is that you found a place that you want to have an office, but then there's a whole lot of people who wants the same place, and maybe they have money and you don't have money and you need to get a place. That's one pressure. Another pressure is this. We announced that, and this is the email I got. These people, they're asking me for a registered name. They're asking me for a registered address. They're asking me for a company registration number. Yes, these are details they're asking me. And this is just email. I just replied it today. So what I had to say, guys, anyways, I'm not going to say what I said, but this is another pressure. A pressure of getting a place, right? And, that place, a lot of people, they want it because it's beautiful, it's perfect, it's a wonderful place that everybody wants to have it, And the only person who can have it is if you have money, you can have it, right? Another pressure is that at the same time, think about this, guys. At the same time as we're pursuing to have an office, out of nowhere, somebody contact, and this is a company that is in South Africa. Someone wants to partner, someone wants to do something together, and they want the address of the office, they want the registration number, they want everything. That's another pressure. That deep inside your heart, you're like, damn, I really wish we had this office, man. I just send it there. Beautiful. These are few opportunities that we always talk about, that some of them, they just come and run away on our hands because we don't have the tools, we don't have the resources that we need to continue to operate in a higher level than the way we're doing right now. And that's why we have this campaign of raising money and raising funds to get our own office, to get our place that will stay there, to get our place that will do our work without any disturbance, to get the place that will have our partners, as they come and visit here where I am right now, they'll come to the office. When they ask for the address, when they ask for everything, we'll be able to send to them and show that this is where we are at. Commitment under pressure. Will you still be committed even when you're under pressure? Will you be still committed even when you see a lot of opportunities, you see a lot of doors open, but you cannot access those doors simply because you just don't have an office? Will you still be consistent on what you do if you see the solution to what you're doing right now? It's actually to have an office, and you don't have that. And you see that our process and our fight is going to take way too long simply because we don't have an office to operate and to do our work. You can ask yourself that. Will you still be committed? You will still be consistent in doing that. Commitment. Without commitment, you cannot start anything. Without consistent, you cannot finish anything. This page we created 1 month ago, guys. And first of all, I want to bless every single one of you that have been giving. It's truly remarkable. When we were creating this page, I didn't expect to see this number here. I didn't expect. I was like, this might be one of those campaigns that at the end of the day, you see yourself, you raise like $10. Because there's a lot of things going on at the same time. A lot of pressure everywhere. Maybe you need to bring your kids to school. You need to help your cousin. You need to contribute to your brother's wedding. You need to go to hospital. You need to buy yourself a new car or shoes or clothes. You need to save for your wedding. Or you need to build a house. Everything, there's a pressure everywhere. I always say this, that there's no single money that is just there, free of use. Maybe Elon Musk, he does have that, but I'm not sure about you and me. It seems like our need is much bigger than amount of money that we have in our pocket. All the time we're running out of money. All the time what we need is more. The demand is bigger than the supply of money that we do have all the time like that. So seeing people actually giving and contributed to this cause, it actually touched my heart in a very different way, because I did not expect until right now to see this number here. Until right now to have 3,000, more than 3,000 and more than 104 people donated to that. I didn't see that. And that is not even 104 people. That I guess it could be like 80 people, because some people, they donate again and again and again. So it could be like just 80 people donated that. Just 80 people. We are far above 10% of our goal. Imagine what 200 people will do. Imagine what 1,000 people will do to this cause. Imagine if 200 people, 500 people, they are committed. They are committed. They pledge their commitment to start this office. Imagine where we'll be today. Without commitment, you cannot start anything. Without consistency, you cannot finish. Well, we are committed to open our offices, and we started GoFundMe page, and we need to finish this. And we need your consistency, and we need the support of those out there who haven't get a chance as well to help and to support what we are doing right here. So let me talk a little bit about the picture that I used behind there. All right. And I think in that spirit, before talking about the picture that I use up there, I wanna play a video real quick, a short video to kind of like emphasize on what I was saying. And then I'm gonna talk about the picture, the thumbnail that I used there, and why I used that picture. I'll give you the story, the background story of that of that video, and yeah, and I will tell you guys why I used that. But before that, let me play this video for you guys, just to explain, to elaborate more why we are doing this campaign and why we need it. By the way, we are making another video that will come to give you guys an update of the GoFundMe and how it's going. So you guys stay tuned for that. I'm gonna share with you very soon. So you're gonna watch this video for 2 minutes and a couple seconds, and then I'll be back to continue with the session. Enjoy, guys. Hey guys, what's up everybody? I hope y'all are doing good today. Man, as you know that we are in the campaign to raise 25,000 euros to get Swahili Nation One Africa office. And I'm just here, guys, to ask you that we really, really, really need your help. Why 25,000 euros? Because we need 15,000 euros to secure the place for the whole year, and 5,000 euros to buy furnitures for the office as well as utility. But also we need extra 5,000 euros for the studio. We need to buy camera, we need to buy lightnings, we need to buy green screen, chairs, and some other stuff for the studio. So in total, we need 25,000 euros. And that's why we started a campaign of €5 for 5,000 people. We're just asking to get 5,000 people, and each one of y'all to only give €5 in order to reach our goal of 25,000 euros. And you are free to give more than €5, but we want to ask you guys to participate, to be part of this, because these offices are not for me, but these offices are for the Africa. You know, having offices and doing what we do, it will help us to do our work in a huge capacity, more than the way we do right now. Because all the time, I just do it from home. But there's a lot of things and a lot of opportunity they're passing by simply because you don't have office, the place where we can work. So we're asking you guys to join our hands and please be part of this change. We mentioned earlier that this is going to be the year of action. And guys, this is One Africa in action. Come and collaborate with us, do with us. And one thing I can promise you guys, every single euro that you will give, it will be used for a greater cause, for the office. And you guys will be able to see everything and all the reports and everything that is happening. We need you guys. We cannot do this without you. So please help us out. Until right now, we already raised almost 1,500 euros, but the journey is still long. We still have like more than 24,000 euros to raise. So please help us to spread the word. Share the link of GoFundMe. Go to our page of GoFundMe. Just write Swahili Nation One Africa Funding. You'll see our page there on GoFundMe. And please donate anything you can, and we'll highly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I love you guys. All right, guys. Yeah. So, you know, that consistent that we are talking about, and the link is in the comment section, live session, so you can just go there and click that link and do whatever you can do. You can contribute anything that you have to help us and to support us to continue to to move forward with this campaign, and hopefully we'll be able to done as soon as possible, and to continue with the work. All right, so that aside, I want to talk a little bit about the thumbnail that I have here. So also about that, I'm going to play this video a little bit and then I'll talk about it, because the title says commitment under pressure. All right. Are you guys willing to stay committed? Are you guys willing to be committed under pressure? Are you guys willing to do that? Are you guys willing to do that? Are you guys ready to do that? Because pressure is on. You can never stop pressure from happening. You cannot. And especially when it comes to the fight of Africa, man, you cannot. Pressure is always on in every corner. For instance, even right now here in the comment section, there's a pressure already. There's a pressure from Galileo Ring. All right. This Galileo Ring, let me support him a little bit. So this is a pressure as well. Galileo Ring is saying, why are you not condemning Uganda dirty work against the Ethiopian people? Your Pan-Africanism is force. I believe you want to say force. And fake. This is another pressure. This is the pressure. So pressure is coming from every single angle. Pressure is coming from Africans. Pressure is coming from the potential partners. Pressure is coming from, outsiders. Pressure is coming from within. And that is the dangerous pressure. The pressure that is coming from within. Pressure that is saying, you cannot do this. I remember when we started this, I don't know if, I'm not going to mention the names. But let me tell you this, guys. Let me ask you right now here in the comment section. When we came with this campaign of 25,000 euros, how many of y'all you thought that this is not going to be possible? 25,000 euros? This is not going to be possible. If you guys, we have to be brutally honest with ourselves. If you thought that this is not going to be possible because of the amount of money, just let me know in the comment section. It's okay. I'm not going to tell you that you're a negative person or whatever. No. But my point is, if you guys are honest enough, you're going to let me know the truth. But my point is, even for those who thought maybe, oh, it's not going to be able to achieve this, it's because of that pressure that comes from within. And that is the dangerous enemy. Your greatest enemy is yourself. The greatest enemy of Africa is Africans. The greatest enemy of your family is your family. And the strange thing is this, that your greatest enemy is also your greatest friend or a blessing. So in whatever country you are right now, and I know some of the countries are going through a hard time, and maybe some of them I don't know, but whoever you consider to be your enemy, that person could also be your greatest blessing you've ever seen. Because your greatest enemy is your greatest friend. Your greatest enemy of you is yourself. So you can either be the enemy of yourself, the enemy of your success, or you can either be the friend of yourself, the friend of your success. That's why we say this, that you cannot be able to love somebody if you do not love yourself, because you can only project what you see in yourself. That's why people who are broken, they always see everybody's broken. People who are messed up, they always see everybody's messed up. People who do not believe on success, they always see just success. They don't see success anywhere. People who are hurt, they always see just hurt everywhere, because that's what they project on themselves. You can only love someone, you can only truly love someone if you love yourself. And I even shared that quote before. You can only truly love and care for someone if you love yourself. So a lot of us, just a quick advice to those who are finding girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, and husband. A quick advice, okay, I might not be in the right position to do that, but trust me, if you want to have somebody, if you want to be with somebody, just make sure that instead of start thinking, oh, do you love me? Oh, do you care for me? Instead of thinking about, just look at them. Do they love themselves? That's the first thing. Do they care about themselves? Does this man love himself? Does this man care about himself? Does this lady love herself? Because she's not going to be able to love you if she don't love herself. And that's the fact. That's hashtag the truth. We tend to project on things that we see on ourselves to other people. So in your country, let's talk specifically about your country. If you are in a country, you are in Tanzania, in Uganda, in Ethiopia, in Somalia, and you consider your brother or your sister is your greatest enemy, that you are enemy of our success, you are enemy of our race, you are enemy of our tribe, you are enemy of our country, just know that the same enemy person, the same person, is also the greatest blessing that you could ever have. Yeah, I know. A lot of you are having a hard time to accept that. That's why I need to chill a little bit. But think about it for a moment. That's your brother. That's your sister. That's your family. That's your African brother. That's your African sister. That's your African family. One big family in one country, in different countries, one big family. So whoever you consider to be your greatest enemy could also be your greatest friend. And so the question is how to turn that around from the greatest enemy to the greatest friend. That's where you need commitment and you need consistency. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Hey, my goodness, even if you don't understand I'm preaching to myself. Oh, there's so much wisdom in this place today. Oh my goodness. My God. Oh Lord. Bless me more. Do you understand? Let me rewind that again. Your greatest enemy is your greatest friend. That person you consider to be. Let me go a little bit further. Let me go a little bit further before repeating this. Think about those people who take away their lives, kill themselves. Most of people, they do that. Forget about anything that happened outside. Guys, I want to tell you this. If you are disappointed with someone, there's something bigger under that disappointment on that person. If you hate someone because of what they have done, there's always something beyond just that person. There's something beyond within yourself. If you hate someone, if you kill someone, there's something below, under yourself, deep within, that maybe you don't even know, than just killing someone. Because killing someone is like an easy solution, that I'm just going to go, just kill you, I got rid of the problem. But that's not the truth, because you will always have that problem. That's why I say, please do not kill your neighbors. Do not kill your brothers, your sisters, because that's not the solution. Because the problem is not your brother. If he or she was a problem, then we would be living a peaceful life in Africa today. But they ain't problem. There's something deep within, under, that you either know or you don't know. And so, therefore, even if you kill every single person in that country, you're still going to have problems. Because deep inside every single situation we are facing, every single horror, everything we are facing, deep within that, there's something inside of you. There's something inside of you that need to be fixed. So if you see someone as your enemy, oh, it's because you see yourself as your enemy. That's the only thing you can project to somebody. If you love yourself, I'm telling you, man, you will love people. You will care for people if you do care for yourself. And so even those people who sometimes take their lives away, yes, there could be so many other external reasons, but those are just additional to something that is going deep within. This person might be depressed. This person has experienced a lot of stuff, but there's something deep within that has been taken away, something that is struggling within that has nothing to the external situation that is going on. And that is what a lot of people, we don't consider most of the time. And that's why some of us, we hate therapy, we help all those things, but those things are very important. We have spoken about PTSD here before, anxiety and trauma. We've spoken about that. When you see people killing their neighbors because they think it's a solution to take them away, it's because there's something really dangerous going on within them. And if someone has died inside, nothing else is going to be alive for them. Nothing else is real for them. It's dangerous when you meet someone who died inside. Someone who died inside out is more dangerous than somebody who died outside in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because someone who died inside out might be walking, smiling. You know, you might be living with that guy or that, you know, or that lady. You might be just having life. You might be just everything is going as usual, normal as usual. But that person died inside out. If that person died inside out, you're the next dead person. You're the next dead man. And that's what we encounter. That's what we're facing all the time in Africa. But I said, in order to shift from you perceiving this person as the greatest enemy to greatest friend, you need commitment and you need consistency. And that's where Swahili Nation One Africa will come in. That's where Swahili Nation will come in to change that mentality, to decolonize that mind, to change the way we see things. That, oh, you're my enemy because you're not coming from my tribe. You're my enemy because you're not coming from, I'm sorry guys about that. You're my enemy because you're not coming from my religion. You're my enemy because you're not coming from my country. In order to change that to, you are my brother, regardless of your religion, regardless of your tribe, regardless of your country, regardless of what you believe or what you say, regardless of that, you are my family. In order to change that, we need commitment and consistency. And that's why Swahili Nation One Africa, we're here, committed and consistent to keep fighting of this mentality, to keep fighting and to stand with this mission, to defend the image and bring back all the heritage of Africa, to decolonize the mind through authentic knowledge and create a bridge for oneness and a peaceful Africa. You need commitment, you need consistency to be able to achieve this mission that is here. That's what a lot of you guys have believed in our vision, have believed in our move, and are supporting us right now to get this money that we need to start those offices. If you are committed and you're willing to be consistent, you need to know that there's a lot of sacrifice you're going to make. And one of them is seeing that enemy brother you think of as your, because he's your greatest friend, man. He's your greatest. Let me say this. Let me elaborate that a little bit. Take an example of the situation that is happening in Ethiopia, right? People killing each other because of ethnicity. Take an example of that. I said your greatest enemy is your greatest blessing. So just imagine, I want to elaborate that. Imagine for a second, if these people, they were not killing anyone. Imagine if these people, they were not killing anyone. If killings and all this stuff, they were not happening. Imagine. That would be the greatest blessing to Ethiopia and to you as an Ethiopian and to me as an African. It would be a greatest blessing to see that my brothers and sisters are living in harmony and peace. But now it seems like it's a greatest curse because we're killing one another. We're taking lives of our neighbors, of our brothers and our sisters. And it's simply because of our mindset. Because of what has happened in the past and because of our mindset. Because we have been raised to think that, you know, you are coming from that tribe, you're coming from that region, you're coming from that, I'm coming from, oh, no. And now we see what is happening. You're paying the price. We're paying the price. We're paying the price of what we so-called enemies. But I'm telling you, your African brothers and sisters are not your enemies. Are not your enemies. Are not your enemies. The dangerous enemy is yourself. I'm going to show you guys this video and I'll talk a little bit of the thumbnail that I have here on the screen. All right. So this is the thumbnail that I have. I'm still talking about my topic today, guys. Cup. My topic today is cup. Commitment under pressure. And I've been sharing with you guys all the pressure that are happening. So this thumbnail that I use today, this is the second part of my title, that Africa's future is on our hands. And in this case, it's literally on my hand because as you can see, I'm holding Africa's future. So let me play this and I will translate to you guys what I was saying because it's in Swahili.
Hello?
So I was asking like, Mambo baby, like, how are you guys?
Hello. Hey, beautiful. Nani?
Okay. By the way, guys, let me go back. You guys, you know that all the time you see the videos of NGOs, you always have people like kids like this and some fly. You see this fly? For some reason, I just came to these kids and then flies came. So I was trying to push them away.
Yeah? I'm a baby.
So I was asking them, how you guys doing?
Hello. Hey, beautiful.
Say, hey, you cutie.
Nani?
I was asking, what is your name?
Mina?
So I'm asking this little girl here, very cute girl, like this is my favorite girl right here. This is a girl, this girl right here, let me show you. This is my favorite girl. I like this girl so much because she was always just there alone, right? I didn't even see her mom, but she was just always there alone. She was playing here and there. She was always like looking like this. She might just come from shower, but then she looked like this because she played a lot with dust a lot. But I loved her. She was an amazing girl. You know, very cute, as you can see. Yeah. So I was asking her, what is your name? So my name is Mina. And you?
Gina.
So this guy here, this one is the guy. This guy here, I think he still don't know how to process things because he's only mentioning the name of the other lady. Like I asked the lady, her name is Mina, and for him he say my name is Mina because that's the only thing. He don't even know his name. All right.
Mina.
So I asked this little guy right here, and he said his name is Kaka. Kaka means brother, but that is not his name because I know his name now. He was like, me, my name is Kaka. I don't know what he was thinking.
No, nani.
And you?
Gina.
So I came back to this little guy. He says my name is Kaka too as well. He's just copying and paste, right? I'm like, so you are Kaka and you Kaka.
Huyu nani? Huyu anaitwa nani? Huyu anaitwa nani? Ndio utadondoka, usilie usidondoke. Subiria basi. Unaitwa nani? Gina. Yina mtoto mzuri. Wewe. Wewe.
This guy was actually pointing at me on the phone and asking, who is this guy?
Sijui. Huyu nani? Hey.
All right, guys. Let me go back. Yeah. So I show you guys that video, and I just want to talk a little bit why I use that picture. So, you know, I've spoken about commitment. I've spoken about consistency, and I'm going to talk a little bit about, you know, Africa's future is on our hands, relating to commitment and consistency, as I just shared. What I was holding there. So I went to this wedding, and then I saw there's a lot of kids. And, you know, every time when I see these kids, either I see on the street, I remember I shared something, you know, on my social media that day after that. And it was my call to Africa's government that, guys, we can do better than this, all right? We have a lot of kids on the street, and this just, it pains my heart, because every time I go to gym, I meet this one kid that he's always asking me for money. He's a very little kid, and I ask him, hey, man, you got to go home. But this kid is always out, you know. He's very little kid. And, you know, when I meet these kids and when I see them, man, it just pains my heart so much, because I believe that Africa can do better than what we are doing right now, and especially when it comes to street children. These kids right here, they're not street children, but I'm just talking about street children. You know, I feel like, you know, we can do better than that, because we have money, you know, we have money. We can't say that we don't have money. We have money. And the best thing we can do is invest on these kids, you know, and give them a better future, because these kids, they understand life more than anybody else can, more than you and me. It doesn't matter about your age, but these kids, they understand life more than you and me, because they're living on the street, man. They're surviving. It depends on finding anything, whatever they found on the street. Imagine if these people, they come and lead the country. These kids, they come and lead organization. They will be so passionate. And for those people who don't have anything, a lot of great leaders, just find out, almost all of the great leaders we ever had in Africa are leaders who came from the humble beginning. Ask yourself, leaders who came from the humble beginning, they were nothing. Their family had nothing. Those are great leaders that we had. You can take even an example of Jesus. Jesus himself, man, his stepdaddy, he was a carpenter, and he was born in the house of what? Of cows. That's where he was born. He was considered as a nothing. Those are great leaders. Great leaders, they're coming from the humble beginning. It's very rare to find a great leader coming from a rich country. I mean, rich family. It's very rare. And if you have a leader like that, man, it's honestly, that leader do not understand, and especially in our countries like this, do not understand what people are going on the street. So it's going to be really hard to bring about transformation because of the way he sees, unless if he has been exposed to, you know, both environment. But a lot of great leaders are coming from behind, from below, from the humble beginning. I can name all of them. All of the leaders you see in Africa, the greatest leaders I know in Africa, they came from the humble beginning. You can name Mandela, you can name Nyerere, you can name Magufuli, you can name Sankara, you can name Patrice Lumumba, you can name like all these leaders. All of them, they came from the humble beginning. They had nothing. And they are our heroes. We talk about them all the time. The greatest leaders of all time, the leaders of Africa. Humble beginning. So what I'm saying is, if we take care of these kids and we give them environment, we give them life, man, I'm pretty sure that Africa will never be the same again. But us not taking care of that is us jeopardizing the future of Africa, because in 50, 60 years to come, some of us, we're not going to be here anymore. And those kids on the street, they'll be there. And who is going to take care of this, of whatever that we have in our countries? And that's why I feel responsible. And that's why I feel like the future is on our hands and we have to do something about this. We have to do something about this. We have to do something about this. And, hopefully Soil Nation One Africa, we'll figure out something along the way, as we continue to pursue, as we get our office, as we get established in different countries. I hope we'll have orphanages. I hope we'll have One Africa orphanages. You know what I'm saying? And those orphanages will be like aimly, like purposefully bring everybody from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you have an orphanage here in Tanzania, or you have an orphanage in Ethiopia. You bring kids from everywhere. You bring them together. They live together. You teach them love, peace, and unity together. It's something that we should be thinking of if we really want to build One Africa, because those are the leaders of tomorrow, and they're going to transform this continent. And they have heart for what is going on because they've experienced that. So guys, one thing that give me a heart to be consistent in fighting for One Africa is taking everything on myself. I know it might not be cool for some people, but looking at myself and thinking that I am responsible for what is happening, and therefore I can change what is happening. That is one thing that always gives me power, energy, and motivation to move forward and to keep fighting, because if I screw things up, I can fix it. If you don't see yourself responsible, it's hard to be accountable. I love that. I need to write that down. These days I started to write, my quotes that I've been saying a lot of time. I realize I say a lot of things, so I've been writing them down. If I don't, okay. If you don't see yourself responsible, if you don't see yourself responsible, it's really hard to be accountable. Responsibility goes with accountability. That's why we say be the change that Africa needs, believing that I can only change the situation and what's happening in Africa if I change. Because I am responsible for what is happening. If I do change, what is happening is not going to happen. Maybe in the capacity of what is happening, because I am contributing to whatever that is happening. If there's hatred out there going on, and I'm full of hate towards people who don't look the same like me, I'm contributing to that problem. And I'm responsible for that. If I don't see that, I cannot be accountable, because I'll be like, but no. Knowing your responsibility, it helps you as well to be accountable, and that's one thing that helped me to keep fighting and keep being here, regardless of all the pressure that we are going through. Commitment under pressure. One thing that keeps me committed is knowing that I am responsible for what is happening in Africa, and therefore I'll dedicate my life and I'll be accountable to bring about solutions to everything that is happening in Africa. That is commitment under pressure. And I'm asking you guys today, this might be very different kind of session, but I'm asking you guys today to choose commitment under pressure. To choose consistency under pressure. And consistency means showing up every single day at work, even though you don't see the change. Showing every single day, waking up every single day, keep working even when you don't see the change, even when you don't see the result, but keep pushing, man. Maybe you gain a lot of weight and you started to go to gym, you go 1 month, you don't see any change. You go second month, you don't see any. Just keep pushing. The consistency, that's what will bring results. If you keep going there for 1 year, I'm telling you, you're not going to be the same. You guys look at me, all right? I've been going to gym every single day except, weekend. But you guys look at me now. Even when I wear this jacket, it looks good. Before, I look like skeleton. I looked like skeleton before, and I didn't like that. I was like, man, come on. I know God has given me good body, but I need to be responsible on how I protect my body. And I got a little belly. Some people, they like belly. I'm not judging men to you, but for me, it's just very uncomfortable having belly. So I joined a gym, and I've been consistent, going there every single day. And now I see the result. Because the result will only come if you persist. The change will only come if you're consistent. You'll be able to finish your journey if you're consistent, if you push every single day, no matter what. You'll only be able to see if you are consistent and you push every single day. And to be honest with you guys, Africa needs people like that. To be honest, guys, Africa needs people who will be consistent, who will be committed, who will push with everything they got to see change that we need. Guys, I will stop there. And let me share the link here because I want to stop there. I shared a lot today. And I know you guys are learning and listening. But I'll share the link here in the comment section because I want to give a chance to a few people who will come and contribute to what I've been sharing here today. I lay down the foundation, and here's the thing, guys. I lay down the foundation, and I hope this can help you to navigate your way towards the change that you need in your family, in your life, in your country, in this beautiful continent. Just talking about the problem, it's not going to solve solution. It's not going to bring solution. It's not going to solve problem. But finding out what is the source of the problem is the best solution. And I think that's what we're doing here. Finding out why this is the issue. We don't want to go down that road. We just want to take easy roads. But no, it's not a time for that. It's a time to find out why we are facing what we are facing. And I'm telling you guys, whatever you see in yourself, you project on others. So if you don't love yourself, if you don't care for yourself, if you are lazy, you don't push hard enough, if you just complain about yourself, about your life, about everything, you complain about weather, you complain about water, you complain about everything. You complain about your face, complain about your hair, you complain about yourself, you're just going to complain about others all the time. You cannot show something to someone that you don't see on yourself. It's impossible. The hatred we see out there is because we hate ourselves. There's something deep inside of you, and you know it. And so we got to work on that. Got to work on transforming that. Got to work on changing that. And it's not easy, I know, but it's possible. Let me read a couple of comments here as I'm waiting for you guys to come and join. When you kill your neighbor, there will always be a new neighbor because it's not about other person. Exactly. Africa will become a superpower. You know, Misty, Cloud, I love that. But I want to challenge you. Africa will become a superpower. I agree with you 100%. But will it become miraculously a superpower? Today I share a video that we have to move from the point of dependence to the point of independence. And I want to ask you guys this question. Moving from dependence to independence, will that happen miraculously? All right, let me share with you guys this video. Let me play this video a little quick here. All right, let me play this video a little quick right here. It's 7 minutes. 7 minutes. So let me play this video. Africa here. How to move from dependence to independent economy. That's the title of the video. I put like that. But I want to play with you guys here to at least see this. All right. I think it's very important to to always, remind ourselves about things like this. And then I'll get back here to read the comments. And if you guys want to come and join and contribute as well, I can come to contribute as well. So I'm just going to play this little quick, and let me share this link with you too as well here in the comment section for you guys to watch. Africa will become a superpower. I'm answering this comment right here. Africa will become superpower. Will it happen miraculously? Or we need to do something about it? Let me play this and then I'll come back to continue.
You are a public figure in Africa. And what would be your message for your African brothers and sisters, as well as just the politicians? Because we are just celebrating Africa Day, and we have been just celebrating the same Africa Day with while the country is just in the same status: poverty, corruption, war, conflict, climate change, and climate change induced disasters. So what would be the message for political leaders to mitigate corruption and to fight for peace, particularly from young Africans?
Yeah, I think it's a time for us to work on Plan B. When I'm saying about Plan B, I mentioned earlier that you cannot be in control if you don't control your own economy. So Plan A in Africa for a long time, it has been about loans, donation, and looking for aids from outside. And no matter how much you want to change our continent, there's always someone out there who is saying something, that this should be this. And if you don't follow that, I'm going to put sanction on you, and I'm going to reduce this, I'm going to do that, and you're going to suffer. So we need to move from the place of dependence to the place of independence. We need to work on that Plan B, which from the very start, it was supposed to be a Plan A. We need to work on that so hard to make sure that like we have everything figured out. Oh no, and I mean, it's not going to take a short period of time. It will take a long time, but we need to begin to start like be independent of creating our own narratives and owning our own narratives, our own agenda, standing for ourselves and each other. And that's why I always talk about One Africa, because when you look at Africa, like you, for example, take a look at Ethiopia, right, with the largest dam in Africa. You know, Ethiopians, they gave their money to make that. Nobody else, no foreign money in that project. And that's why there's so many resistance. But that project, it cannot just provide electricity to Ethiopia. It can also support other African countries. If we are united and we're one, I'm telling you, Somalia will be in the light, Eritrea, Djibouti, Sudan, like Egypt, everywhere it will be under light because of one single project that is happening in Ethiopia. Now you can go to different countries. You can go to Congo and see how much that like rich that country is. If we are united, we can actually explore these resources by ourselves and make sure that they are there for our people, and nobody else have a say on that. But today, when you go to West Africa, when you go to Chad, when you go to Burkina Faso, you know, you see that who is in control in those countries? It's France. 40% of electricity in France, it comes from Niger uranium. And when you go to Niger, 83% of Niger people, they are under dark. They don't have electricity. So Niger sustains France through uranium, and they have electricity there. So when you look at these patterns, if Africans will come together, we detach ourselves from all this colonial power, because right now French, it's pretty much colonized Africa more than the time of colonization right now in Africa, like in Djibouti, in Chad, in all these different countries. So if we detach ourselves and work on what we do have on our people and start feeding ourselves, I think even our youth will be empowered, because we've grown up in an environment that we always receive loans. Like, so even youth today, when they see white people, they look at them like savior, you know, and, oh, please give me money. When you can see that on the street, like asking for, give me money. But most of them, they're just broke. They come to Africa because it's cheaper to live in Africa. Sure. Yeah, so if we start changing that, and this is the huge task for government, even our people, they'll grow up in environments and like that, they'll be proud of themselves that, oh, we've done this, we've done that. I remember in Tanzania, you know, the late President Magufuli, during his regime for 5 years, man, Tanzanians were proud, so proud, because he made everybody believe just in 5 years that you can do anything. And we are doing everything to make sure that we develop ourselves. Within 5 years, so many things changed that they haven't been, I mean, some other leaders haven't been able to change for 50 years, over 60 years. He did it in 5 years. And now it's gone. If you go to Tanzania, it's another country, just 5 years. And people, they have that belief in themselves right now because of what is done there. Oh, we can do. So people, they are awakening. They start like speaking. They start working hard. They start doing that. And we need that in Africa. And that will be the only way, one of the ways that will motivate our youth to take on initiatives.
Well, that's good. So you are just mentioning that still Africa is failing and being influenced by the colonial time effects. So if so, what political significance can this Africa Day have in order just to fully relieve such colonial era consequences?
Yeah, you know, the colonialism that we are going through right now, it's economic colonialism, right? Like it's a mindset as well, colonialism, that it seems like it's almost impossible to make it out, you know, without, you know, economic support from the outside. And you have some African leaders who are standing and say that, you know what, we cannot be able to develop ourselves without getting loans and aids. But I say that we cannot be able to develop ourselves without being united. That's the thing we need, because we have everything in Africa. We have to remember that. We have everything in Africa. If that uranium support friends, that uranium can support Africa. But Africa I think it's the first continent without electricity. Like when you go to rural areas, people, they don't have electricity, but we have everything. We have sun, we can use solar, right? We have dams, water, we can use that. We have like wind, we can use that for rain. We have uranium, we have even like we can do everything. We have gas, right? We have oil, right? We have charcoal, we have everything, and we have human resources as well. So I think this African Day, it has to play a big role to, how can I say, to promote Africa and its resources. And when I'm talking about its resources, human, and what we can do with that, right? Because we have everything. And again, even me, I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know, because I didn't get I really don't know. I think about this all the time about Africa.
That's the question, guys. I mean, that's the point. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. But one thing I know, and that's what I shared with you guys today. Without commitment, you cannot start anything. And without consistent, you cannot finish anything. You need both, to start and to finish. And you can only project on someone or society or a place or whatever what you see in yourself. If you love yourself, you love others. If you care for yourself, you care for others. If you have peace of mind, if you have peace in your heart, you want other people to have peace as well, because you know what it means to have peace. You know what it means to have that. If you are in unity, union with yourself, you know what it means for other people to be united as well. So basically, I'm just saying that my mission is highly motivated and influenced on my personal life, where I come from, how I've been raised, my faith. That's the first thing. And that desire to see the same thing to other people as well. So you can either sit down there and criticize me, and I just read one comment here again right now as we're reading. Or disagreeing with me, it's fine. It's all fine. God has given me a very thick heart, so it doesn't really bother me. But the truth is, I've seen it to myself. I've seen it to the environment that's surrounding me. I've grown up and I believed in that. And that's what I see in other people as well. You know, I see hope. I see transformation. I see love. I see peace. I see unity. Love, peace, and unity. Very three pillars, important pillars in our movement and in what we're fighting for. We believe that with love, peace, and unity is possible for Africa. What would love, peace, and unity mean to Africa? These are very firm things that we believe here. And I've seen that, and I want to see that in Africa. You know, I've seen it in myself, And I'm doing that projection in the rest of Africa because it is possible to happen. You know, it is possible. If we are committed and if we're willing to pay the price of that commitment, and if we are consistent in what we are pursuing. Fruits are life, he says. First, it was the genocide in Tigray that only Tigrayans were standing up against. Now it switched to the Amhara region, and only Amharas are standing up for themselves. Wow, that's very interesting. That's very interesting thing. And actually, it's very obvious, you know. It's very obvious. It's very few people that I know, and most of them were working together here in Swahili Nation, that they were actually standing against that. But not a lot of people. But this comment is really, it's really like, the more I think about it, it's you know, it's just look at this comment for some time and think about it just for a moment. This is the sad comment, guys. This is a sad comment. For me, when I read comments, or if you send me a message, or I can read your message like more than 10 times. And the reason why I read again and again, over and over and over again, because within this message, there is something, it's hidden in this message. There's emotion in this message. There's feeling, disappointment, anger, sometimes rage. So if you read it again and again and again, you'll be able to feel that person, what that person feels. And that's what I'm feeling right now. That's what I'm seeing right now. That's why I say that let's fight for each other. And if your neighbor is not at peace, you cannot be at peace. You know, we were spoken at that time, to be honestly. I spoke about, you know, what was going on in the Tigray region. And we talked a lot. And I had a person here. We had an interview. We spoke. Some people, they criticized us a lot. You know, some people, they were coming here and saying that very crazy things. That, you know, all those people deserve this and this and that. And it's sad, fruits are life, that you're pointing out this, because it's true. I didn't think about it, but now I realize that it's true. Now it's switched. And that's why the other day I came, I said, we should say, stop genocide, stop Ethiopian genocide, right? And yesterday I released a video, stop killing our people. Stop killing your family. It's because of that. Because I just see one group of people standing for themselves, and it's sad. But we can change that. The end of the story is not ending there. We need consistent to be able to change what is happening. We need commitment to start the journey. We need consistency to be able to change that and to end it and to finish the journey. Grace and peace. Regno Music. I appreciate my brother. It's good to see you. One thing I don't like is that when a genocide happens, only the people of that specific ethnic group speak up. They don't collectively stand up against genocide in general. Now, fruits alive. I think you have seen that video I made, because that basically was my message. Stop killing our people. Stop Ethiopian genocide, because anyone that is dying is from that. And I know some comments, they came that, you know, this is not about Ethiopians, but it's about ethnic ethnic issues, and it's the same thing. Like, I'll tell you the same thing. You see how people they think. Like, I released that video and still people are still arguing that you cannot say stop Ethiopian genocide. This is not about the nation, the whole nation, but it's about a group of people that these people are being killed. And I'm like, this is where we have been a couple months ago with another group of people, and this is where we are today with this group of people. What about the next one? The next one is going to be which group? We're not praying for that. But when we say stop Ethiopian genocide, we include everyone. We include you who are feeling like you are humiliated, your life has been taken away. I've seen a video I've seen a video of a little kid saying, please, please, don't kill me. I'm ready not to be of this tribe just because I want to live. It's sad. I even saved that. I didn't share that picture because my friend shared this, and I didn't share it because it's very sad. Like, I didn't share it. I'm still thinking. I'm like, should I share this? But I'm still thinking. Yeah, this letter. So, wallahi, I won't be this tribe again. Please don't kill me. 6 years old. I would just say 6 years old, Amhara, plea for her killers. 6 years old. So, I won't be Amhara again. Please don't kill me. 6 years old. So, anyways, guys, there's something very crucial here to learn, Fruits Alive. Let's stand together collectively. Don't defend the killing because you're not belonging to that tribe, and don't support the same thing just because you're coming from that tribe. That's why the other day I had a conversation here with Jarina, and she really surprised me because she raised up really like very, very interesting points, and she's from that tribe. So I was really surprised, and she was being very straight, and she was being very truthful, and she was being very critical at the same time. And I took it because she was not taking it personal, but she just said it the way it is. And I think it's very important to be at that place, which is not always the case. Jonathan, it's good to see you, my brother. I miss you, man. Jonathan is saying, throwing the word genocide around is getting out of control. I hate what Ethiopians are doing to themselves, but it is not a genocide. It's ethnic violence. The sad thing is, it is brother killing brother and sister killing sister. It is sad. All right, guys. I shared enough today, what I wanted to speak about. And I want to appreciate you guys for being here today, for staying here with me. Lastly, I'm just going to share this page here again, show you guys that if any one of you is willing to donate, feel free to do so. The last person we had 2 days ago donated. So it has been 2 days of silence. It's unusual because, every single day we've been getting somebody. But for the past 2 days, we didn't have anyone, giving. Yeah, so I hope we can get somebody today here in this session to give before I leave. Hi from Somalia, brother. Keep going. Hey, Abdi Samad, appreciate my brother. Hope to visit Somalia very soon. Yusuf say people need to drop tribe loyalty when it comes to these things. Yusuf, 100%. 100%. And let's start from here. If you're watching here and you're not coming from whatever tribe that is struggling and suffering, I want you to stand with them. You know, I remember Tigrayan, they went through they're going through really hard time, especially when, you know, when you talk about TPLF and what they did to that nation for almost 30 years. So people, it's very easy to project on everybody, to see everyone as responsible for everything that has happened. But the truth is, it's not everybody. You know, I know a lot of Tigrayan who are against that. They stand against that. They hate it, what has been happening, and they don't want it ever to happen. So we need to stand with our people. I'm telling you, man, those guys who are watching us here, you might be praying for a change, but let's just us begin to change. If you have any element of tribalism inside of you, you're not a decent human being. That's what Obang Mero said. You're not a decent human being, and you just need to accept it. Just let's be honest with ourselves. If you have a single thought in your heart that, you know, I think, you know, we deserve better than those guys, oh my goodness, that's what we're struggling with in Africa, and you need to change that. I'm just telling you blank right now, plain, you need to change that. If those that are killing others in Ethiopia thinking they're killing a different ethnic group are crazy, because if they check their DNA, they're related. I love that. That's really good. Nice to see you, Brother Mika. Look forward to come and debate, chat, and catch up on live stream soon. Oh, man, I cannot wait for that, man, because I even miss your voice. I heard your voice on WhatsApp, but I miss your voice here, you know? It's always a pleasure, man, to have this brother right here, the founder of SNN. Yeah. Anyways, guys, so let me wrap up my topic today. For summarizing a little bit, if you're not here with me from the beginning, I say commitment under pressure. CUP, that's my message today. Commitment under pressure. Will you still stay committed in the midst of pressure? For instance, take an example in your country, what is going on, the pressure that is there right now. Will you still be committed to fighting for one Ethiopia, fighting for one Africa? Will you be still committed to fighting to see love, peace, and unity with those people who are doing a violent thing right now? Will you still be committed to wanting to see that? Because in the long run, that's what will save your country. That's what will save our countries and this continent. In a short run, it might be really hard to think, even think about it. Do I want to be united with this? Oh, no, heck no. But in the long run, it's a beautiful thing, and it's going to save so many lives. So will you be committed to go through that? And once you're committed, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the problem or whatever that is going on. It's just the beginning of the another challenge. So when you go through that pressure, will you be willing to be consistent, to keep pushing, no matter what, until to see one Africa in our generation? Because without commitment, you cannot start anything. And without consistent, you cannot finish anything. So will you be? The Minister of Education, he say, well, I wrote on, it's good to see you, Nat. I wrote on what is to come 10 years ago in my thesis. I wish my supervisors realize what I was talking about. I wrote on Ethiopian federalism. Man, I would love to see that. This is, do we need to publish that once we have the website? I cannot wait for that, because I know Nat here, he's very wise man. You know, we'll be releasing our articles, and your articles will be releasing on Swahili Nation One Africa website. And the possible crisis that is going to come out of it, it has been years in the progress, and we talked about it earlier on, and we end up being ideal. Yeah. Yeah. Let me finish by asking you guys this question. Where do you see Africa in 10 years from now? And be logical. Be logical. Where do you see Africa in 10 years from now? Exactly. Where do you see Africa in 10 years from now? Where do you see your country in 10 years from now? Because that's what can help you to navigate your way to see that. Let me elaborate that question. When I ask you, where do you see, let's say, Swahili Nation One Africa in 10 years? It means, what is your vision? Like, what is your thought? What is your wish for your country or for this continent in 10 years? And that wish, it's not just going to happen. Do you understand that? That wish is not just going to happen, but that wish, you have to make it happen. So where do you see Africa in 10 years? Where do you see your country in 10 years? I see Africa united. And you know, when I say that, I'm giving myself responsibility that I need to make that happen. So that means in 10 years, I need to go to all the countries in Africa, you know, to speak about this message, to bring our people together. It's going to be rough 10 years, guys. There's going to be 10 years of being hunted down, 10 years of disappointments, 10 years of loneliness, you know, because those who started the journey, not everybody is going to finish. You might be committed but not consistent. So you might end up at the middle of the journey and just give up. But what happens if everybody give up along the way? And the vision is still there. Are you going to still push? Where are you going to see One Africa? Where do you see your country in 10 years? Improved. There's only one race, the human race, 100%. I find it interesting that you have 200K subscribers, but your videos barely get any views. I see that you only get the most views when you talk only about Ethiopia. Well, I remember this question. Somebody even asked when we were in the meeting, and the simple example the simple explanation I will say is that it's simply because we have a lot of supporters from Ethiopia. A lot Ethiopian supporters, not only from Ethiopia, but from all over the world who are Ethiopians. So it's simple like that, that if there's anything about Ethiopia and we talk about it, obviously it will have a lot of viewers watching because a lot of our audience are coming from that region. And that has everything to do with, since I started the reaction of music, right? That's where I think we build our people, our supporters, you know, Ethiopian supporters from all over the world, right? So a lot of people, they came on the table. And, you know, and one thing I would say, you know, Ethiopians are people who love their country and love to hear a lot about their countries. So whenever you talk about it, of course, you'll have people watching and coming. That's just honest truth. And you guys, you know it, and I know it because I'm here. I see what I'm doing and I see what is happening. So, and there's always something to talk about Ethiopia. And that's another thing. There's always something to talk about Ethiopia. Always. There's always something. So, And there's so many things going on in Ethiopia right now. And I want to say it's only fair that you see Ethiopians focus on what's going on in their country. It's only fair. That's why you see whenever we make a video here about Ethiopia, you see a lot of viewers are watching that, because there's a lot going on in that country, in Ethiopia. And it's only fair for Ethiopians to focus on Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot are going on. Me, I'm not even Ethiopian, but I'm still focusing on Ethiopia because I want to see change. I want to see the transformation in Ethiopia. So because of that, you know, I'm replying to this comment. So because of that, if I'm not Ethiopian and I focus on Ethiopia, it's only fair for Ethiopians to focus on Ethiopia, because Ethiopia needs Ethiopians. Ethiopia needs Africa right now. And talk about Congo, you know, and I'm still waiting, you know, because I already reached out to some people from Congo. I want to talk about that. We want to talk about that. But, you know, people are still not willing to come and to share about it. So it's very limited for me to talk about anything that is happening in Congo, because people are not willing to talk about it. You know, I've already reached out to 2 people, and I posted it on my social media, but nobody came out. That's how I do all the time when I want to talk about a country. I just reach out. If it's Somalia, I reach to, you know, my brother Walsame. I reach to Awa. I reach to different people. So talking about this, there's a lot of things to talk about Ethiopia. And for that, I can reply to those who think that, I just read another comment here. People who think that, you know, focusing on Ethiopia because we want to get a lot of viewers. Let me read just one comment here, share with you guys. That would be really messed up if we talk about Ethiopia so that we may get viewers while people are dying and going through crisis. What kind of human being am I? And I think, you know, the people who are wondering that, and I'm just asking myself, like, what kind of human being do you think I am that I focus on getting viewers because Ethiopia, they will give me a lot of viewers? And let me read this comment first, what just came here. You know, I started talk about Ethiopia. You guys can go ahead and watch the first video I did, the reaction of Ethiopia. You can go ahead and see that. It started a long time ago. Then why people, they didn't say that I was doing that to get viewers when nobody asked me to do that, but I just started. The first video, I started myself to do it. Yeah, and nobody knew, like I had no views from Ethiopia. The first video I did, it went viral. And people started to subscribe. That's how it happened. So this, somebody commented this. They say, honestly speaking, how come you don't talk about your own country? What happened inside your Kenya? What about the most corrupted country, Kenya? Your governors get paid $30,000 per month. I hate the fact that you continue to talk about other countries instead of Kenya. Talk about that. This is totally nonsense just to get Ethiopian fan based. You and I know Kenya has a lot of bullshit. So you see, guys, this is the comment. I just received this comment 1 hour ago, right here, 1 hour ago. Yeah, but I wanted to reply. I wanted to reply that, yeah, first of all, I'm not from Kenya, but I was like, okay, I'm African. I always say I'm from everywhere, so let me just suck this up and let me swallow this. All right. So I just suck it up and I didn't reply to it. But getting back to your question again is, I mean, your view, because that's not really a question. You know, let me remove this for a second. Getting back to your question, to your view again, it's yeah, so it's only fair that, you know, a lot of Ethiopians, for me, I think I'm not going to judge Ethiopians right now. I will never judge right now. But one day, which I'm praying so hard, that Ethiopia will have peace and Ethiopia will be out of this trouble. That's when I will judge. I will see what is the response of Ethiopia towards other videos that are not talking about Ethiopia. That's when I will judge. Right now, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I understand that what's going on in Ethiopia, it's a lot. And if people are willing to focus on other countries, which is our message here, to focus on one Africa, if there are Ethiopians who are willing to do that, to talk about other countries and what is going on in the country, I respect you guys. And most of them, I have them in this family. Most of them, they're here in this family. I respect you guys. And that's why I love you so much, because even me or even you will still face the same thing. When you see your country is going through hell, and then you're thinking about focusing on another country, talking about another country. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it takes another heart. It takes another level of love and responsibility. It takes another level to focus on that, to do that. So that's why I'm saying I cannot judge that now. That yes, we have more than 200,000 subscribers, but you know, our videos, you can see the viewers are very little. And when we talk about Ethiopia, it's a lot. Obviously, because we have a lot of people from that side. And second, because there's a lot of things going on in Ethiopia. So it's only fair for them to focus on what is happening in their country. But I always stay here and share about, you know, one Africa and focusing on one Africa, and always fight for our people. So if Ethiopia is in trouble, we'll stand with Ethiopia. If Congo is in trouble, we're going to stand with Congo. And that's my mission. And maybe that's why you see other videos I have a lot of viewers out they don't have, because we're not stopping, even though, you know, you might have like 10 viewers for other videos, but we're not going to stop. You know, we'll keep talking about it. Hopefully one day all of us will come together and care about one another. Hopefully my action that I show you guys, my love towards the country that I'm not even belonging to, countries that I never even visited before, hopefully that will teach you something. Because sometimes changing people's mind is not by talking the way I talk, but is by doing what I do. What I do. And so hopefully my actions will speak something to you. Also, your contents are boring. Thank you, man. Help us out to have a better content, you know? Dua, like this, you know, this, what can I say? Like these are very these are opinions that these are things that you don't just need to speak, but these are things that you need to give a solution. So if you think that our contents are boring, let us know, like what should we do so that it cannot be boring? You understand what I'm saying? Like, because you just saying that your contents are very boring and you're not giving us a solution what to do, then I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. So if you think that our contents are very boring, you help us out. Let us know, like, what should we do? Let us know. Like, give us a solution. You know what I'm saying? Give us a solution. Like, okay, I think you should do this. You know, give us a solution as long as you know our mission and what we stand for, and you have some solution. Give us that solution. And one of the solution that you can do, Mr. Dua, here, right here. You see this? Here, right here. This is the page that we are raising funds for offices, for Swahili Nation One Africa offices, because we want a studio. We can only do content. I mean, we can do content to some extent when we have a studio, and we are raising this money to get a studio, to get an office, so that we may have more content, we may have more interviews, we may have more others. Right now, I cannot even do interviews with people because I cannot bring them in my place. I don't want people to know my place. We want to have a studio because my place is a private place, you know what I'm saying? But we want to have a studio. You know, working in my own house, it feels like I always work. And it's true. I sleep here at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. every single day. That's the time I sleep, because it feels like it's my office, it's my work. But it's very dangerous having office and the place to sleep at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Because you can work overtime. But we want to have office, you know, so you help us out, you know, donate some money to help us out to get office so that we may have not boring content. That's one thing. And second thing, brother, here's the link. This link I shared here right now is for Arija Dua. It's for this guy right here. It's for you, my brother. Here's the link. So come right now on the screen here and give me a solution. Help me out. Tell me why our contents are very boring. Please help me out, because honestly, I would really, really, really wish our content not to be boring, to be less boring. So please, please, please help me out. Here's the link. Come and talk to me, man. Talk to me. Talk to me as a man, all right? One man to another man. One man to another man. I'm right here. Talk to me. Tell me why our content is boring content, and what do you think we should change? The link is there. Come, let's talk. Let's have conversation. One man to another man. I know it might sound scary right now, but no. I'm just saying this out of love. Just one man to another man. Let's talk. That's how we change. That's how we transform. Because this is brutally honest. This guy is being brutally honest right now. Come on, man. I'm waiting for you. Let's talk. I'm ready. Let's talk, my brother. Let's talk. I'm waiting for you. Oh, you're sleeping. You cannot talk right now. Because there's always a lot of excuses when it comes to this point. It's very easy people to type, but it's not really easy to talk sometimes. Dua, you look like a decent man, man. I'm looking at your picture here. You look like a decent man. So let's have a conversation. Really, I really am really curious, because I think this is the first comment in a very long time to see. All right, this guy is not gonna show up. This is just what I thought. Those people who hide behind the keyboard and write stuff, and they cannot really do anything about it. He's scared. All right, bye, Dua. Rahel. That's actually an interesting point. I hope we can get more Horn Africans involved as well. Yeah, we have the Horn of Africa Relations show, and we did that before, and we're gonna do it again. And also, we'll have here Walsame and other people from Somalia to talk about the ongoing situation after the election of Somalia. We need to extend to that. So one of these days, we're gonna come here and talk about it very soon. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's Dua's comment. It was just a personal comment. So, and that guy, he's scared to come here. Sarah Teseme, oh, I appreciate Raymond Music and Marit. Appreciate for standing with us. For them, they're saying it's not boring for us, and they're always here. So, salute to you guys. If somebody say, hey, no, it's not boring, and we don't see them here, then it'd be really. But these guys, and this guy, by the way, I don't even know why I'm giving him air, because if I was the only one hosting every single day, I would say, obviously people might get bored, of my face and everything, but I'm not the only one, so don't insult my people, please. Love in action, One Africa. Oh yeah. How come other Africans are not subscribing and turning in? That's also another question. Rahel, that's a good question. But I think one way that we can, actually other countries are, are subscribing. Every time we talk about different countries, they come and subscribe. We get some subscribers from those countries. But I think one shift to that, it will change this, is for us actually to visit those countries and to make content of those countries. And that's why our plan is to go to every country in Africa. So for instance, I came to Ethiopia, right, twice already, and I made content, and we got a lot of subscribers because of that. So if I go to Somalia and I make content there, obviously we're going to get a lot of subscribers from Somalia as well because of that. When I was doing reaction, I got a lot of subscribers from these countries because I was doing reaction from their countries. Right now, I think I'll be doing reviews. So maybe I'll get back to do reviews of, other countries as well. But that time is very limited right now. And again, office, so it makes it very complicated because the things I'm dealing with right now because of what we are doing. And, when I go to the town and then coming back here, it's very long place I live. So most of the time I don't make it on time to make videos and content. But once we get those offices that we're talking about here, I think it'll be very easy for us to do regular review of the music, because I'll be in the office most of the time, what I'm saying, and just do review there. So that would be amazing for me to be there and just to work most of the time. Yeah, and I think for that it will bring people as well, because when I stopped doing reaction, we lost a lot of people from so many countries, even my own country, Tanzania, lost a lot of people, a lot of followers, a lot of them, because I stopped doing reaction. And as Duan say, that some of people, they find these talks boring, like what he says. So if it's boring, they don't want to be here, or they don't want to be active. So what can you do with that? I think we just need to go there. You know what I'm saying? We just need to go there to visit these places. Once we go there, I think we'll have an audience from that place, because if you, let's say we go to Zimbabwe, and then, hey, we're in Zimbabwe, and then we talk a lot of things about Zimbabwe. Obviously, a lot of Zimbabwean, they're going to come and subscribe to the channel, So yeah, that's an interesting question. And, we have the way forward to solve that situation. We have a way forward, even including of our host. Actually, yeah, today I was supposed to have a conversation with my best friend. He's from Nigeria. We are talking about a lot of plans, a lot of things that he'll be doing in Swahili Nation, and that will help to bring a lot of audience from the West as well, because he's content creator as well. He's very brilliant young man, my little brother, so that will also attract some audience, bring into the family, of One Africa. But we need something that will remind everybody that we're here for Africa, not just for one country, as it seems it is right now, right? But yeah, it's not for that. And again, guys, for those who might be complaining or whatever, that you guys are talking about Ethiopia a lot and this, man, I just can't stop talking about that, because of everything that's going on, and also because of our people who are here in the family. A lot of Ethiopians here, they're the one who give a lot. They're the one who, they're always on the line. Even today, actually, the Ethiopians came here to Tanzania, and they brought me a gift. Let me show you. They brought me a gift. Let me show you here. I just met, before this session, I just came from meeting Ethiopians who came to visit Tanzania, and they brought me a gift. Let me show you. See this, guys? What is this? This is Ethiopian brand, Acacia wine, all right? So that these Ethiopians visited Tanzania, 2 of them, and one of them actually contacted me a long time ago on Instagram and said, hey, I'm going to bring you some gift. They brought 2 of them, but one, it was broken, so I just got one. And let me see if it's open or no, it's not open. And I don't drink wine anyways, but I have wine collection. So all these gifts that I receive, even if you bring your gift wine, just bring it to me, it's fine. I have wine collection right now. I have 3 wines and one champagne. I got champagne as well. The other day I got a gift of champagne, but I don't even use champagne. So I have my collection there, 3 Acacia, red and white wine, and it's kind of like gold wine, I think, and champagne. So what I'm trying to say is that Ethiopia is playing a big role in Swahili Nation One Africa. And also, when you think about Ethiopia, is the capital city of Africa. So when you talk about One Africa, you always need to touch also, about that. So that's pretty much. It'll be interesting to hear that. Oh, yeah. Some people are just negative to be negative. That's so true, my brother. That's so true. I was trying to hear him out, that maybe he has a solid point, but, he ran away. Maybe you can have time frames that covers the specific nations. This will pull in many people, I will assume. Then we can have multiple time frames where it covers to all of Africa. Yes, so So if you realize a lot of my conversations on Monday, I talked to different countries, right? I had a conversation about Angola. I had a conversation about Burkina Faso, conversation about Liberia, Somalia, Djibouti, Nigeria, South Africa, and other countries I don't even remember. But we had a conversation about, so the goal of me having this conversation is to bring these people from these countries and hopefully to attract some audience from those countries. I had a conversation about Ghana, with Wodemaya and all these different countries. So it would take time, you know what I'm saying? It would take time. But the good thing is that we have the foundation already. And I love this guy. So if you have questions, please ask, because instead of me just leaving here, I can just answer your questions. Please ask. You can ask about the future of Swahili Nation, whatever you want to ask. I just ask. So the goal of having those conversations is to attract people from those places as well, to bring them in the family, that, hey, this is part of your family. Because the more we have those people, then, another goal is, if this is another thing, I'll just exclusive, I'll tell you this. I want to have hosts from every country in Africa. I want to have like 54 different sessions, and these hosts to be from all these different countries, So that, I know, will take time, but, I always, and you cannot just come, let's say, from nowhere and be a host, but we're always watching and sensing. So for those people from different countries who are always here with us, we'll always love, if they have passion, will always love to figure out something so that they may come and represent and talk about something, right? Even though for the host, this is one thing that we always talk in our meetings, that for the host, you have to make it impossible for people to know where you're coming from. You understand? This is what I always share with my team, because if you are standing for one Africa, then you have to stand for one Africa, not for your country. It's very easy for me to pull up for my countries because I'm coming from here, but I always talk to my people that, even case study, when you want to talk about case study, don't talk about your country. Find another country to talk about. That's what we always say in our meetings. Yeah, because we are here to represent Africa, and we have to be a representation of one Africa, us as hosts. So that's one of the things that, as a host, you have to know. You are not going to come here and talk about your country all the time. No, your country should be the least thing you talk about. That's why I just read this comment for you guys. This person is accusing me, say, why you don't talk about your country? And Enka Habesha, and she's telling me that my country is Kenya. Say Kenya has a lot of problem per month, $30,000 per month being paid to governors, and there's a lot of bullshit going on in Kenya. Why you do not talk about your country, Kenya? That's what she's saying. So she don't even know where I'm coming from. And a lot of people, they don't know. Actually, a lot of people, they think I'm from Kenya. Some of them, they think I'm from Ethiopia, but I don't speak Amharic, So that means my mission is successful when you don't know where I'm coming from. Some of you forget where I'm coming from. I love that, because that means my mission is successful. But if the moment you appear as that guy from this country, because you always talk about that country, I'm telling you, will only attract audience from that country, and that's not what we want to have here in Swahili Nation One Africa. So there's a lot of things like that we talk behind the scene that you don't get to hear, but we talk about that a lot. Yeah. That makes sense. I hope to see more balanced subscribers. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate Rahel. For me, honestly, I'll tell you this. I think it's a blessing, first of all, to have a lot of subscribers like this from a single country. It's a blessing. So other people, they can see it as a curse, whatever. For me, I see it as a blessing, and I'm grateful. And I love these people so much to death, because they're standing with me right now. This is the foundation. One day we'll have everybody from everywhere, but I'll never forget those people who stood with me, built from the start. You know what I'm saying? And in that, I'm going to be grateful for Tanzania, because when I started Reaction, I started to do of Tanzania and Kenya. Those countries are hard people, even though they walk away after I stopped Reaction, but they were there at the building stage. And now more than ever, Ethiopia is taking number one for many months right now. For a year, I guess, even for a year. Number one always is number one country. Sometimes US, but then when you find out US, you realize Ethiopians were living in that place as well sometimes. So, yeah, so And it makes sense that Ethiopia is the capital city of Africa, and we are building this foundation right now. So it makes sense. This is on us. Actually, yeah. Actually, thinking about it, guys, you can think about it in this way, that building one Africa, it's a spirit that began there in Addis Ababa. The spirit began there. So if you see a lot of people standing with me, with us for this mission, it's because they do understand the essence and the importance of this movement. And that is a blessing. And I love you guys. I love you to death. And you know it. Yeah, I think a lot of youngest subscribers only like entertainment. Unfortunately, yes, that's true. What I mean, for example, is this. Have a time like Monday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Nigeria, where Nigerians get together and discuss. Wednesday, 4 to 6 Eastern Africa. Sunday, and man, like, Sam, you cannot believe. Like, me personally, I am creating a show that I want to include people from West Africa, East Africa, Central Africa, South Africa, and North Africa. That's the show I'm trying to create. All right? I'm going to bring you in just in a second. It's good to see you, my sister. That's the show I'm trying to create. That's the show I'm trying to create. So I already spoke to some of the people, and the reason why, because I want to have one representative from every country. And this session, I mean, this suggestion, it's amazing because we already have Horn of Africa's show, and also we want to have those shows that represent these different countries that are not there. But we need to get first people who are willing to do that, because so far, willing to do that, but also people who understand our mission. Because you might come here and start talking your own stuff, and it's gonna be hard to get. Yeah, so it's a good suggestion, and we definitely have that in the long run. That's why I have this conversation with those people in different countries, because I'm creating a network with them. I'm networking with them, so that one day we'll be able to work together. Well, make sure to bring some Dutch origin wine when I come for the opening of the office. Hey, Marit, you better bring that. All right, you see a wine collection right here. I think I'll collect all the wine from all the countries in Africa and even outside. So Marit, please bring that. I'll have that in my collection. All right. I'll come back to you guys later. Black Joy. I love the fact that every single time when you join here, you have a different name.
Well, you know what? That's my personality. Yeah. I'm a Gemini, and we have different moods and stuff. So I specifically put Black Joy because I'm not going to be bogged down and controlled by negative media about me, about my people. So that's why I put Black Joy. I think as Africans, we need to find our inner joy and not be controlled by other people's negative narrative about us.
I love that. I love just the fact that you named it as Black Joy. I love that so much because it's something that I never heard. I saw it for the first time, and it just stood out. It stood out to me because the way that people have been talking about black color, everywhere, it associates to like evil and darkness, and poverty and all those stuff. So actually saying Black Joy, it's like reusing or using the same word that is being used to undermine us. They're using the same word to to stand
it's another form of resistance. Black Joy is resistance against the negative narrative, and also they are trying to manifest evil on us. So when they keep saying genocide, they wish genocide to happen. There is no genocide. You can't call random mercenary paid attack as genocide. Like they don't even, you see how they twist the meaning and words to suit them because they want to create a genocide. They want to create a fear, and then that's their end goal. The end goal is to achieve that. So we don't want to be controlled by their narrative and what they say. You cannot. The misinformation is embarrassment, like paying mercenaries to attack people and then calling it a genocide. Like it just shows you how embarrassing. I mean, are they not embarrassed? They must be embarrassed. We say here in the UK, whenever someone is bad, we say, "Are you not embarrassed?" You know, are you not embarrassed? You know, we should really say that about their media. It's embarrassing, and that's not media. Like that's propaganda. Just because they have a white face saying it, they call it official, you know, media and stuff. And so I support your media as an alternative, but naming things genocide when you've paid terrorists to kill people, it's pathetic. It's like, come on, you've got to do better than that. And I want us Africans to see that as well, see how pathetic they are, because let's be honest, all eyes are on us, you know. They're just obsessed, you know, Mariah Carey obsessed, the song obsessed, and they seem to be very obsessed with Africa lately, and they should just keep their evil eye off the continent.
You know, I was just talking about you. I don't know if you were here. I mean, when I was talking about you, I was just talking about you you know, just a couple minutes ago, because of what we spoke about, you know, last time when you came and you're talking about, you know, all this stuff. So I was pointing out that, I was saying if you support the killing because you're coming from that tribe, you know, it's, you know, you're not being fair. And if you don't support the killing because, let's say, you're not coming from that tribe, that's what I was talking. And then I pointed out about you, that you came here and you're talking about all these narratives that media is victimizing us, right? Victimizing this certain group. And you came here, you were speaking against it. And I said, I was really impressed, you know, with that. And I think even, you know, today, what you're sharing here, I think it's very important. Even Yonatan, he was commenting here area that, you know, this is not genocide. This is, it's just the ethnic violence that people, you know, are killing other people. But when you put in that way, like genocide, it feels like a million people being, you know, are killed right now. And so you create this like anger inside people that, okay, we'll do something about this as well.
And it's like a spell, like, you know, you use your words as spell, and that's how they use their words as spell to manifest it. So the more they say it, the more they wish it happened. So it's very stupid. They would never, in their European media, they will never report like that. But because it's Africans, they report all sorts of false information and blow it up, blow it out of proportion. And I think as Africans, we should be very, very wary. We need our own media. I mean, your media, Swahili Nation, it's great. You know, maybe we should have, like, you know, Amharic Nation version, Hausa Nation, different languages in different countries. We could do that so that, you know, we provide, you know, the same message in different languages so that we can have an alternative media. I think that would be great. Your movement isn't very much needed in Africa.
Exactly. You know that Black Joy, that, I mean, that's basically is the plan. That's why you know, we want to have these different offices everywhere. Like the second country to open office, it will be Ethiopia. And, you know, when we have their office and we have people, basically, you know, we can have a vision of that particular country. Even if it might be a YouTube account, or it might be even the same YouTube, but we have segments from that particular country that is just, you know, spoken in that language in that country. So because right now, you know, we still have different kind of languages. And if you go to, you know, to some West Africa, their countries are speaking like, you know, French and other languages like that. So we need to have, you know, like everything will be run in you know, that language. So
BBC are doing that right now. BBC Africa have different languages, but they have different languages to cause division. The way BBC Africa was set up primarily is to spread misinformation about the different, in our country, one tribe gets the wrong information, then the other tribe gets the false information. And that's what, since that happened, that's what's been happening in our country. And their plan is to do that all over Africa. We should do that way before them. We are ethnically African, but they're using it, misinterpreting the different, using the different languages to their own advantage, to spread misinformation. If it's false in English, if their media articles are false in English, can you imagine it in the native tongue? How false it must be.
Wow.
We won't be able to scrutinize it, would we?
Yeah, we won't.
So that particular tribal person is probably saying a whole bunch of fantasy, and those people have no way of cross-checking it and sourcing information. They're just being fed this false information. So I just think, you know, if we have an alternative media to educate them, that would be great.
100%. That's the ultimate goal, you know. And it's good because even this, you know, I was talking about the hosts that we, you know, we're gonna be having, because the goal is to have like 24/7, you know, live streams, even in the media later on when we are on DSTV and all those platforms for people to watch. But the ultimate goal is these people who are hosting here right now, these people from different countries, they will actually, at the end of the day, later they will move on and actually do what they're doing here, and you know, in their version, in their country, in their language, and they're the people who can actually create the teams and continue to do what we're doing here in, you know, in the, you know, respective areas. So, you know, I just hope that, you know, we are, you know, we are moving forward, and you know, we're gonna get there. I just hope that as soon as possible, you know, we finish with this phase of having these offices, because once we, you know, establish this, then, you know, we are on the move. The next mission after having these offices, it will be to go to the next country that we are planning to go, to spread our message, and basically to, you know, start, you know, a little branch there wherever we go. Because once we have everything official, then we can start multiplying, you know, babies, you know, all over the continent. And that's why the campaign that we have right now, it's very important and very necessary to finish this, because we can only start a new one.
When you come into Ethiopia, when you go into Addis Ababa to plan this, are you going to be in August?
No, it depends. It depends on when we're gonna finish, you know, doing what we are doing right now.
Because I'm gonna be there in August, planning to be there, and I'm doing an event, but it's more for women. So feel free to come and put it on your media. My event, which is for women. I'm sort of organizing women's rights movement. It would be nice if you could come over and document it.
Yeah. Indeed, if it happens that I'm coming there, and please remind me that, because even if I might not be able to be there physically, if that happens, then we can have people, because we have people in Ethiopia who can actually, you know, cover it, or even like, you know, whatever that you'll have, you can share with us, and then we'll share it with the, you know, with the rest of the world.
And we could stream it, or we could stream it on your channel.
We can definitely stream that, because it's something that, it's just like the way we were streaming, you know, the normal movement and all this stuff. So as long as
the next thing is events, be in person events, different events all over Africa, because I do events, like that's what I do now, and I'm going to do my first one in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, but it's for women, but it's also good to come over or send one of your reporters, stream it, share our vision. And if you could then, you know, you want to have an office in Addis Ababa, don't you? So come another time and just plan it, and we could live stream it, put it on web, you know, but we need advertisement. So we need to like put it on a flyer to let people know when it is you're coming and stuff. And that can happen. That will set the ball rolling. So if you have a date, so you should really plan your year ahead what you're going to do. So this date you'll be here, you'll be there, you'll be there. And then when you advertise it, things will fall in plan. Indeed. Have you heard of Canva? You can do things online, like there's free advertisement and stuff.
The Canva, I'm using Canva all the time, actually.
Oh, amazing!
That's the one I'm using. They're free of charge. I always use that. I haven't even paid for it, because it has almost everything.
Wow. And like t-shirts, pens, merch. You could sell stuff on your website. I think you've got a couple of
Black Joy. Like, it's like, get out of here, because we have all of those things already designed, already ready. Like I used to have merchandise when I was in Korea. I was actually selling all this Soil Nation One Africa, you know, brand, because I spent a lot of money designing it. Right, I had to hire some designers to design it. Some of them, few of them I designed by myself, but we were selling it. But when I moved back here, you know, we haven't started to sell, because we are still finding the the right people to work with this, because we want to produce like almost all over Africa, you know, and have them everywhere. But we're still finding the right partners. And the thing is, again, office, it's always a challenge. So that's the thing that is always holding us back. That's why if we achieve this, then it's the beginning, it's the breakthrough to a lot of things that I mean we have been working on, and we want to do so many other things. You know, opening other branches, you know, doing merchandise, collaborating with different partners, because some of them, they just reached out to me like 2 days ago, and they're asking me for the address and for registration number and this and that, and I don't have address, I don't have this. It's, you know, it's like, it's frustrating sometimes. But once we get this done, then you know, the plans that we have in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, it'll be very easy to start execute them. You know, this
Amazing.
is holding a little bit. Yeah,
that's amazing. And the cameras, equipment, stuff like that. Yeah. You know,
exactly.
People travel back to Africa, then, you know, they can bring you can tell you know, to buy this, bring it back, that kind of, you can build your studio. Just an idea.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I don't know if you've seen that, but that's what exactly we asked. You know, in this donation page that we say, we asked that. We asked for people to give whatever that they might have. You know, some people might not have money, but they have camera. They're like, hey, I have this camera. I want to donate. I have this drone. I want to donate. They're like, hey, we need that. I have
even
this
a phone, even like donating smartphones. They can use their smartphone to like record.
Yeah, you can have that too as well. Yeah, anything can work, because at the end of the day, we're gonna have 55 different offices. So we need as many as tools we can get out there to to spread the message.
Good. Well, lovely talking to you. I don't want to hold you up.
Oh no! Before you leave, I think Nati came here because of you.
Oh, okay. So, what did you want
to No, I don't have to hold her back. Hi, Jarina, Mike.
Hi.
What's up, brother?
It's great to finally meet you. It's been a while, though, by the way, Mika. You've been off the screen. Black Londoner, I prefer that name for the most part. I saw her, these past days. But it's just something that I just want to throw to you guys as a thought process, because I just WhatsApped you actually that I've been having a process of thought that was coming, and I have never thought about it till some individuals somehow talked to me about it, when some guys were suggesting about the very fact that, oh, your program is boring and this and that, I've been brainstorming on how to make this interesting for the most part, except that I'm too busy and in a bush where internet is a luxury for me for the most part. Either I'm at the border of South Sudan or somewhere in Mutukula. But here is what came from some of the guys. First of all, I don't think I've revealed my face on the screen for a long time. I think since the beginning of this program. But some people said, like, look, Nati, SN is doing a very good job. For the most part, discussion will last an hour and a half, 2 hours. And yesterday I was here and it took somehow 5 hours. And they asked if I could come up with a series of lectures on African philosophy and thought process. And it just hit me that by the very fact that I've specialized in political philosophy and philosophy in undergrad, why not? I mean, having a 10 minutes lecture for youngsters who do not have the patience to follow through.
That's a
And
good idea.
this came in repeatedly, but I said, I just want to rule out for many reasons. And the first reason is that nowadays with social media, everyone is an expert, and they come out online and say things like yesterday, which is very embarrassing and which somehow deviates the attention of most Africans. For the second part, I'm a camera shy person, and
why are you camera shy?
I have no idea, but for the most part, I don't know. I don't even have words for it. Jerina, my bad. I can't answer. So this is what I've been brainstorming about, and just corresponding to some of my classmates from the past, and said, what do you think? It's good to consult in one way or another. And I just want to throw to you guys this idea that is it possible that I can have this program that will run for 10 minutes, and it will be in about various African nations and their particular needs and thought process, so that most of our youth will have a series of lectures that they will be informed about their roots and their identity.
You have to show your face, though.
I will
show your face, because it's your work.
I want to have a haircut before that. But anyways, this is what I've been thinking about, and I just want to throw it as a thought, and I would like to listen to what the family thinks about it, and probably that would mean that creating a channel and all that. And I'm a bit slow when it comes to technology. I would rather deal with hard copies, either a book or a printed paper. Anyways, let's just think about it. And this is one way of like expanding this thought process. And sorry if I have interrupted your discussions, but this is what I've been thinking about. And I just want to have your feedbacks on that. That once I'm in a township somewhere in Africa, I would ask some of my students. I'm blessed to have students, by the way, be it in Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. I've been really in touch with African children, and some of my students I'm blessed today to say this, that they have graduated, some of them married, and they will be able to help in one way or another. And I kept in touch one of my student, Rahim from Tanzania, who is a famous cameraman. And I told him, will you be able to help in one way or another? So here is a thought. What do you think? Having a series of lectures. And Jerina has been really showing us some books. Sheikh Anta Diop.
I have a massive collection of books.
I do also have a library on my computer.
Do you?
Yes, I have.
I have some rare books. I have some really rare books here. Yes. I have a history book of the Bible right here in front of me. Like this. I don't know if you can see it.
Wow.
Massive.
Wow.
You know, it's got amazing information. It's like worth £10,000. I would like to donate to the Ethiopian Library. I think it's called Abrahot Library or something.
Abrahot, yes. That's a new library.
Because all this information they got from Africa, from Ethiopia. So they would take our books and they would write it in English and keep it in their palaces. So I just happen to have a huge collection of books and rare books.
I do also have some copies that I share on the WhatsApp group. I'm sure Mika is aware of that. Every time a book comes up, I'll try to post a soft copy on the WhatsApp.
I like physical books, though.
Me too, but you know, to reach out to the great majority, this is what we need to do, at least a soft copy. What came as an interesting point was that when this thought process came in and some guys suggested like, Nati, can you do 10 minutes lecture and just post it? I did my own research, and to my disappointment, on most of the African philosophy and thought process that was posted was either by Europeans or people of a different descent. And it is highly shocking, after explaining what is going on about African philosophy, they try to downplay the very fact that Africans do not have a specific philosophy or thought process. And this somehow enraged me. And that's why I started this process. But
I think African writers and authors, they write brilliantly. I see the difference between books that are written by Africans and books that are written by Westerners. Westerners, they bring their opinion, like you said, they bring their negative opinion about the book and negative interpretation, which is sometimes so distorted, it's embarrassing. So, yeah, African writers are amazing. People like Kwame Ara? Do you know him? Awi Kwame Ara. He's a Ghanaian, Malian writer. He wrote 2000 Seasons. Yeah, very learned. Or like you said, Sheikh Anta Diop, the one who wrote this book. You know, he's a brilliant author. Even we have our own Ethiopian author called Rodas, Dr. Rodas Tadessa.
That's Andromeda.
Yeah, he's a brilliant. Although he doesn't write in English, he writes in Amharic. He's a brilliant, brilliant author, and you know we have to embrace our own authors. Another one which I want you to read is Zulu Shaman. He's another African author. He writes very, very well. Vujuma Zulu Creda Muta. Another one is a Rwandan woman who was in the. Her name is Immaculée Libagiza. Very, very good.
Libagiza.
She survived the Rwanda massacre, and this book is about the boy who met Jesus. Amazing book. It was like New York Times bestseller. So there's so many amazing African authors like this one. This one is Kimbuandende, KB, Hiao, PhD. This one you can get on Amazon, and it's African cosmology of Bantu.
Cosmology,
of the Bantu Congo.
Yeah.
So there are so many amazing Black, but also don't knock white authors as well, like Gerald Macy, who wrote that big massive book, which have the Book of Life. Is it Book of? Yeah, Gerald Macy. Those like historic, white authors who wrote about African history and stuff, and they wrote it just for the knowledge of Africa, not racism. And their work is hidden. It's not public. It's hidden. The elite read about it, but they don't want everyone to know about it. So it's good to read in a historic, point of view, because they have a lot of information, that they've gathered about Africans, different African tribes and stuff. And I just think if you read it, you have to read objectively as well. From when the time.
This is exactly that. We need to take the narrative much more deeper, especially with regard to the youth. Of recent, I've been reading. I've been keeping myself busy with African literatures, and there are so many narratives. I mean, I just finished The Houseboy, and it narrates the African reality. And just before that, I read Kamara Layes, The African Child. Before that, also I did No Longer At Ease, Chinua Achebe. Some of our literatures are not really fictitious or something in the air. they narrate the African reality in, we call it novel, but it is based on true story. I would prefer to say it's based on true story. It narrates our own reality, and I'm really moved with this idea, and I just want to throw this idea at you, people in the comment section. You can say what you feel about it. Mika, you've got my number, and sorry, I mean, I keep changing number because I keep moving from one country to the other. Let's brainstorm and see what we would want to do. And my idea is not to develop a different program completely, but something that can be used within the Swahili nation in the first or last 10 minutes of it, that there is this pre-recorded lectures on African reality and pushing our own narratives. For the most part, we agree on different aspects. And yesterday, actually, it was an aha moment for me when I came across people who'd consider some of the things that I say as preaching, because this is where the thought process is going. If they cannot understand it or they don't want to work on it, they would just rule it out as a mere preaching. And this is what we need to change. Exactly.
And what's wrong with that?
Sorry?
So what's wrong with that? Even if you're preaching?
Well, given the very fact that the new generation considers ideas as preaching if they go against it. Institutionalization or a setup of knowledge does not appeal to the new generation simply because either they do not have the butt to sit themselves down and read, or to put their butts down and rethink the African reality. So what do? They say, it's just a mere preaching. And we rule out many things, not knowing that we are giving our hands to a different handcuff called a new world order. That will simply destroy identity and push a different agenda altogether.
Of course, that's what they're doing right now.
And that saddens me for the most part.
They know that black people don't like to read. They know that. But let me tell you something.
I mean, there is a saying, I mean, the whites say that if you want to keep a secret from an African, keep it in writing.
It's true.
And someone actually pushed it to the different level, say that if you want to keep your money safe, keep it between the books, because I mean, I was really amazed and set aback, but the reality is saddening. The reality is saddening.
And what's also really sad, I think your name's Nathan?
Nati, call me Nati. Natnael is my name.
Yeah, what's really sad is women, African women, women in my country, Ethiopia. I'm sure there are those that read, but a lot of them, they don't read. Like, as soon as they get married, like, using your brain goes out the window. That's how I feel my society has made our women. And I think that's a shame. I mean, why will having children make you not read? Like, it's absolutely shocking. I think it's a waste of potential. And that's why I'm working in the women's rights movement to encourage our women to use their brain, because the brain is a terrible thing to waste.
That's our very existence, by the way. We are different from a different animal kingdom because we
and
think
even the Bible says it. The Bible
critical.
says our people are lost because of a lack of knowledge. See, I remember that verse. And it's talking about us Africans. Our people are lost because of a lack of knowledge.
True.
No, the Bible is a history book itself. If you can understand the Bible, then you're clever. Reading the Bible and understanding it, even that, because the text I don't think today's age they understand the text. Like if they find it hard to read and understand. So even reading a simple Bible is a big deal. A lot of people before used to read the Bible. Now they don't even read that anymore, which is a shame.
And shockingly, the new generation finds narratives like Christianity or Islam or Judaism as backward, outdated, and it scares me because I would see this as a deterioration of morality, because we as human person are able to sieve what is important and get what is applicable to the rest of the generation. What is scary nowadays is that we are running against time and against innovations where 30-second video will make an impact on the youth for better or for worse. And we need to reverse this narrative by squeezing the main content of African thought in all media platforms and making it available to the youth. I mean, as a teacher, I tell my students to read, but I always think that if they are not able to read, how do I make the knowledge available to them within 30 seconds or 1 minute or 10 minutes? And this is where we want us to go. Let's walk with the time, but at the same time, squeeze the main content of African thought and identity, and especially Black consciousness, to the rest of the generation, because some of them are really in a binarism. Binarism, I meant not knowing where to belong. They are Africans, but most of their way of life is neither European nor African, and that scares me.
Yeah, and I think one way to do that is to just limit Western media, Western influence, that kind of thing. Limit time wasting. If you are to use their media to source what it is that you're looking for, you know, which is historical. Because if you go on YouTube, if you click on something like which is African history, then you'll get more African history. The suggestion is not to get garbage, get something that you want, the content that you need. Those that don't read can find videos of historians like yourself that are on video talking about history. When they watch that, then if that interests them, then they go and read a book and research on it. How I got all these books was through YouTube. You know, they would suggest books to read and I would write it down and I'll buy it here because I have an interest. So I would specifically get those titles from watching historical, you know, YouTube videos, because that's what interests me. I wish it interested a lot more people like it interests me. But unfortunately, what interests a lot of people, my peers, are eyelashes, wigs, makeup, you know, that kind of thing. And it's sad.
It's a very, very crucial point that Jarina brought. Do you mind if I call you Jarina?
Yes, you can call me that.
This is one of the thought process that African Americans or people of African descent started as a movement in the 1920s. The first one was a steamship that says Back to Africa movement that saw a lot of African American coming back to Ghana and Nigeria. And if you critically look into the Nigerian dress code, actually it was marked by this revolution of coming back to our roots. That's why you will find West Africans are really proud about their dressing code, because it came as African Americans coming back to Africa and saying no to the European way of self-expression. The second one, and it came in as a research in the UK, is Black consciousness. How do African Americans and Africans view themselves? And this is a very valid point, and it hurts me that it has really taken a toll on us, because most Africans would define beauty in relation to a straight hair and a lighter skin. And this is a very scary thing. And this is what African Americans in the 1920s did. They invented a black doll to their children, so that they create an awareness that black is beautiful, and black in and of itself is an image. But here in Africa, when I grew up, I did most of my toys in hand, be it a car, be it a doll. We sew things and we had games. But most of our African children nowadays are playing with a white doll or with a blonde doll, and they are combing a straight hair. And that in and of itself plays a very big impact, that if you think that you are beautiful, either you are lighter skin or a blonde hair. And that is very scary. And if you critically look into most of our university students, they would go extra miles to getting sugar daddies, so that they will make sure that they have their weaves and their makeups taken care of.
That's
that
propaganda.
in and of itself is a need that they have created, and they have assigned someone who will exploit them in feeding
money, isn't it?
their ego, that they will have a weave and a bleaching materials. And this is the narrative we want to change. And it has
all over the continent. It's a big problem.
Yes,
and that's why I'm working.
From north to south, from
that's
east
why
to
I need
west.
to work on the women. You know, I need to, that's why I'm going there to actively change their mind and, you know, decolonize their mind, because there has been heavy outside influence to promote this negativity on the youth, on the young people.
Exactly.
You know, Nati, I mean, about what you were asking here, you know what to do, you know, for me, I love one word, one sentence called "Let's do it." You know, that's a brilliant idea. And I mean, you know, we already spoken about this. I don't know if you remember, about,
Yes.
you know, exactly, you know, basically to have the whole session. But as well, that one is very important to have a short video that can actually, it's kind of like a series of lectures about, you know, something that you're very passionate about for our people, so that, you know, because a lot of time, you know, we go on YouTube to search for knowledge, right? I just want to see the video that is talking about African philosophies, you know, all these Ubuntu philosophies, all these different stuff that we have. And, you know, it's rare to find them. And as you said, in our live stream, you know, they're very long. Sometimes it's hard for people to watch, you know. And recently, you know, I was talking to the host, and, you know, we say that they should send the time frame of like every topic. Let's say in 5 minutes I was talking about this, in 10 minutes, so that we can have it in the description. Everybody, anyone who wants to watch, can just see, okay, what I want to watch this, click there and watch. But that is a brilliant idea. And I think I think it's something that we can extend to the rest of the host and what we do. That if I do a session like that, even if it's 5 hours or 10 hours or whatever, then I can just, you know, make a short video of 5 minutes of a recap of what I was talking about, a summary of what I was talking about. Yeah. And so we can share that live stream and then have a short video of what he's talking. I mean, so that people that can listen to that, and if they want to watch the whole session, they'll go and watch it. I think that will be also, very effective. Just by saying that, I just thought about that. So I think, we should go ahead and start doing right away. If you have that, I will share with you in in our WhatsApp group. I'll share with you my email, so that if you have that video of 10 minutes, you can just send to me in WeTransfer, and then I will edit, finish up, and just share with the community. That's beautiful.
Very good.
Have you also
Very
thought
good.
about a newsletter, Mika? Have you got a newsletter that you could use? Like a newsletter to send every month about what you've been up to.
Yeah. So for that, we're adding it to our website, the website that we're working on, that will launch in, I think, in 1 month and a half. So we'll have everything in that website. We'll have newsletter. We'll have articles. So because we have a lot of Africans that are writing different articles, so we want to be putting them in this website, exclusive, with their names as the writer and everything, so people, they can just go and.
You've been busy. You've been busy, Mika.
My sister, first of all, I got your email. So we'll talk more there, because there's a lot of things I wanna connect with you, but as well, I'll update you a lot of things that we've been.
Nice. I emailed you anyway. I emailed you what I've been up to here on this side of Londinium, and I think it's great.
Because we could have a conversation. Those exclusive conversation I have. I would love to have you on my corner and have exclusive conversation to know more about what you do and everything. Those kind of conversations I have everybody.
Okay.
By the way, Jarina really mentioned a very crucial point, and I think this is the second time I'm hearing her talking about a newsletter. Jarina, I'm sorry. There are some things that catch my attention, and a newsletter, by the way, is a very powerful means of changing the narrative.
It is.
And I just want to give you a very serious engagement process that the African Americans and people of African descent started. For example, if we go way back, Marcus Garvey in the 1920s, when he was really persecuted, there are two places he went to. The first one is Harlem in the US, and the second one was to the UK. And the very reason why he went there was to come up with newsletters that engage African American intellectuals and people who would want to say something, to put it into a writing. And this is one of the things that Swahili Nation, we have orators in the platform where we discuss so many ideas, great ideas, but it would be also very interesting to have these talks somehow summarized in 3 or 4 paragraphs and form a newsletter that would be just spread out. And printed papers would have been lovely, but to start with, we can start with electronic copies where we can say Swahili Nation newsletter, and people would be reading 3 paragraphs and have an idea of what we are pushing.
And then you could have an online magazine, Mika, where people pay monthly to have access to your articles. You could do that, and that way your platform can grow, and then you can have printed, international printed, but you can start off with an online magazine and monthly payments, so to help it grow.
By the way, there are so many interesting newsletters coming up, articles. For example, I follow The Elephant, which is a Kenyan socio-political newsletters and articles written from all over Africa, especially when people come in and talk about the Horn of Africa. Sometimes I just feel I wish they could go through some of those newsletters. I get it in my email because whenever there is a new article coming out, I would take a time to write down what I think is wrong or right about that narrative. I think it would be good to introduce our youngsters and our people to a written material,
Definitely,
and encouraging a reading culture.
So you could also give them like 3 free articles to read per month, and then if they want more, they can make a payment. And also, you'll have like a group of, African writers, probably me, one, or Nathan, Nathaniel, whoever, freelance writers, contribute to your magazine, Swahili Nation, or African Nation, whatever you want to call it. That's one way, because I have written blogs. I've people have paid me to write blogs, but I would like to write for your organization and stuff. If you once you set that up with the website, and that's a good way of bringing revenue and making it grow.
That is past. That has already passed, because we already have that that section in the new website. I can even, have you seen the video? Because I shared the video. I mean the prototype, the first prototype of the website, how it looks like, on how it's
nice.
Have you seen that?
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah. So and we are still we are still improving it to something better, because we want it to be the best. So for that, we're gonna talk more there, but definitely that is past. When right now, to be honest, right now I have already 1, 2, 3. You will be 4th, and almost five people who they reached out and say, hey, we are writers. I've been writing like articles to all these big medias, but they've always been editing it, because they're things
which is terrible. That's terrible.
Exactly.
Their agenda,
yeah. So they were like,
can you imagine, they pretend to be, they edit the article, a white person would edit it, and then they'll have a black face on the article.
Yeah, exactly.
You.
Yeah. So that black people can believe what is written there, but in fact it's not it's not the same.
Lack of respect. Right?
Yeah. So this guy, he was like, I wanna, so I just stopped doing that, because I feel like nobody is is paying attention to that. So Mika, if you do have a platform, I would love to write articles for that. And I was like, actually, we are creating the website for that, specifically for that. So all those things, we'll be able to have them there. Yeah, for for our people, even later in the future, even books and all those stuff, because we are developing this website with everything, like with coding and everything. People will be able to watch some videos, exclusive documentaries that they need to pay for in order to watch, right? And even books later on in the future. If our people, they always write book, this might be a platform that our people can actually sell their own books and earn something for themselves. Instead of going to this, like Amazon or this and that, people, they can actually just come through our website, because they'll have our offices throughout the continent. So if people, they want, we can always deliver somewhere, and people, they can earn their money as well. We can create some money for the for the organization, for what we are doing. So all those things are we're working on right now,
and including the newsletter to reach individually the people with your updates of what you've been doing. It's a great way. Newsletter is a great way to reach out
every month.
And they just click to your website.
Every month. That will go to all the members because we already have a membership place to register on the website. So once you register as a member, then every week, in your email, not every week, every month, in your email, you'll be able to receive the newsletter of what is happening and what we have been dealing with. Yeah,
that's amazing. It's nice to see your journey. So no wonder why you've been off screen. You've been busy working.
Oh yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad for the team, because they're taking session, but most of the time I'm busy, like 24/7 outside, doing something.
Are you in Tanzania right now?
I am in Tanzania right now. I am here.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
But it has been crazy. Like, I think the people who are hosting them might know a little bit, but it has been very crazy with the things that are going on behind the scene right now. Wow. Yeah, but we're still pushing. It has been really crazy. dealing with a lot of stuff, and it's hard. You know, the system here, it's hard. Like it was much easier for me doing that when I was in Korea, but here it's hard. Like I understand why people are walking away, but it's hard. So it's like it's really frustrating. Today I was really frustrated. Very like I went somewhere and I stayed literally from morning to evening, like to evening, this evening, and nothing was done.
I
Like
thought it was
nothing.
my country like that. I thought it was only my country, because in my country, like we're not even
Almost all
thinking
the
of
time.
me going. So it's like, yeah, you have to be patient because they can annoy you, but if you're determined to do something, it will be done.
Imagine I've been doing that for like this is like the second week. I've been going there every single day.
Oh
Second
my
week.
God,
Second
yeah.
week. And I've been just staying there for like almost like the whole day. I don't eat anything because you stay because you believe that something will be done quickly. So if I walk away, I'm going to
Yeah.
need to come another day. But you stay there until the end of the day and something has been done. For example, today I was even forgotten. Like somebody told me, hey, wait here, we're dealing with it very soon. I stayed there and I was the last person to leave the building. This is the
Oh,
huge building with a lot of people. Like stay there, and the security guard is coming to say, hey, we are closing the office. I'm like, I was told to wait here.
Is that the TRA?
No, no. I cannot say where is it. I cannot
just
say where
general
is it.
African bureaucracy, which we are so used to in our
Yeah.
country. To get
And
you have to
I've been given
smile,
number.
give them a
I've been
little.
given number. I call because you know these people say, hey, call before you come so that we may know. You know, if it's ready, we'll let you know. If not, you know, whatever. I call, they don't pick up. I send text, they don't reply. So I end up going there. I go there, they're not there. Like I went there today to two offices. Somebody say, hey, this person is not here right now. You know, they got funeral, they have to deal with that. Okay. Another was, oh, come tomorrow. It's not here. You go there tomorrow. They're right there. Oh, wait, we're gonna deal with this very soon. You stay there for 5 hours, 6 hours. Nothing has
Bring a
been done.
child, Mika. What you can do, bring a child, and then they'll feel sorry for you, and then they'll deal with you quicker.
And today, for the first time, I miss Korea, man. I was like, oh, did I just walk away and go? I can still do this away from here, but you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
honestly, bring a child, Mika. Borrow your cousin or something,
yeah.
and just say,
That's
there's.
that's why today I was talking about commitment and persistence. That's where it's coming from.
Yeah,
Hey,
I have to look
I mean,
forward to this. You've got me.
there
This
are
is
so
what I'm
many
going to have to
things
deal
that
with.
are there are so many things that are really discouraging. I mean, Mika knows my situation, that internet is really a luxury where I am. I'm literally on the border between Uganda and South Sudan. Power cut is another issue. Today, for instance, I couldn't do literally anything because power went the whole day. And there are so many things that are really very, very disappointing, and especially if you are if you've been in contact with a different world where these things that we consider luxury are simply taken for granted. So, but I've reached a point where I say, you see, let go and let God. This is our situation, and investing my emotions in a wrong way would lead me nowhere. So nowadays, I know that if I go to a certain office, I would carry a book with me.
yeah, I like
That's
that.
what you need to do, Mika. Carry a book.
Exactly, and so that there is no time wasted. So every time, be it in a car or wherever, I have a book or something that I would want to read, so that when I sit there, I don't even remember that I have waited an hour or an hour and a half. I'm doing my thing and I'm building myself and I'm busy working on what I want. Otherwise, it's really frustrating. And this is the narrative that we want to change. And if we want to be the change that we want to see, the first thing is to accept that this is our reality. Otherwise, it cannot work. We can easily burn out. I mean, so these are the energies that we need to work with. So be ready for that.
Oh yeah. and actually, I'm glad that you say that, because I think, we really need to hear that. And my friend, one of my friends that I had a conversation with here, she registered. She has her own thing, and she actually advised me. She say, Mika, why don't you? Because usually when you deal with these things here, you're not dealing it with yourself. You can give to a lawyer or someone to deal with it, and it's much easier and simple. But I didn't want to do that, because I wanted to go through this. I wanted to see what actually it's in there and what people are going through. I wanted to go through it, but I didn't know that it's gonna be this hard to go through this situation. But I'm glad on the other side that I get to experience this, and I get to see, and I know what is happening. I always hear people complaining, say this and this, that and that, but I'm experiencing it right now. Even tomorrow, I'm going there again. I'm experiencing this right now, and I'm like, wow, this is how it is. This is the system that we're living in. So when you're talking about we want to change the system, I was talking about it because I have few ideas of different things, but now I see, like, every single level I go, because I started from the very lower level, like Mtaa, and then Kata, and then you go to Milan, and then Mkoa. Yeah, I went to all these levels, and I see that it's like like it's the same thing, and I'm like, wow, there's I'm trying to figure out, like, really, how can we, because a lot of people that I meet them, they're just common people. At least me, I can go there and then come back again, because I have, transportation fee. I can go there. But there are people who have nothing. Like today I was there in the office, and one lady, she was just crying like a little baby, crying because of the same thing that I'm talking about right now. And when she was crying, I was looking at her and I was like, man, God is watching this. And people, they don't even care. Like, they don't even care. Like, oh my goodness, that's really, I was like, man, this world we are living, people, they don't even care. They don't even look at you. Anyways.
Yeah. But it's good to be angered with it. So many times, as a teacher, I've been misunderstood. There are some moments where I enter my class just simply to piss off my students. When you are negotiating with when I negotiate with my students, sometimes they are very dormant and they don't want to contribute. But sometimes I just go in on purpose to piss them off. And when they are pissed off, they start talking. They start saying things. And this is what I want. And I think it's good that you channel also your energy on a very constructive way. Be angered for the better. This is the thing that you want to change. So Jerina is out. I think it's about time that I need also to leave. My voice is completely different, if you can hear.
I can hear that. You're having a
really exalted, yes. I had a very long ride today, 40 kilometers, and I was riding a motorbike, and I was exhausted completely.
Wow.
This is another thing that I don't know if you have realized that the fuel consumption here has gone up so much so that even it's very expensive to use other public transport. So I had to jump on a piki and ride myself out. And it was really a rough road, off-road, dusty and all that. And I just came in the dark, and I'm really exhausted. And these are the things, the reality. So anyways.
Yeah. Oh, cheers, my brother.
Cheers, Mika, and thank you so much.
I appreciate, brother. That suggestion, man, let's do soon. I'll text you more after I'm done this in the message.
I'll let you know as well what will come up with my friends that are really initiating this.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks so much. Jarina, thank you so much, even if you're out.
Rest well, brother.
All right, thanks.
Our brother Banjul was here, but he logged off. I'm sorry, Banjul. You know, it's been a really long time. I'd love to hear you. But guys, I love this conversation today. It was very constructive conversation, and I gained a lot. You know, my sister here, Black Joy, you shared a lot and a lot of good, great suggestions. And, you know, we'll definitely come back to talk. You know, I want to connect with her more, and I want to, you know, just know more about everything, because we've been having these conversations, you know, once in a while. And I still remember everything. Sister Jerina, I still remember. I didn't forget anything. I remember everything. So that's why I had to get this. And yeah, we're gonna talk more. But yeah, guys, so stay tuned. Hopefully very soon you guys will be able to see Swahili Nation newsletters every single month. And that would be amazing to engage everybody and to see what we are doing. Yeah, so help us out, guys. Help us out to get office. This is another thing, man. You know, once you have a place, you can have volunteers. You know, people will be willing to come there to sit down to work on something. You know, uh, to work on the letters and on to different stuff, planning trips, and you know, different projects. You know, all these brilliant people, like, you know, our Minister of Education here and Black Joy, you know, they're very important to you know, to this move, because of what they're doing, you know, for the community and for Africa. You know, our sister, she's dealing, you know, she has this passion for women, and she has this move that I'm gonna get to know more about it, that she's working on. Uh, these are people that we can always collaborate, work together, and you know, bring that change. You know, when it comes to the matter of, you know, women, we can always, you know, do something together to transform that, because that's the backbone of our countries and the backbone of Africa. You know, women is everything. Black woman is everything, guys. I don't care whether you're a black man or whatever, but black woman is everything in the society. You just need to accept that, you know. I know that from my mom and my sister. I know that. And I will know that one day from my wife. I hope she'll be black. Yes. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the cup. I appreciate Paul Justin. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys for being here. And I appreciate for Marit. Marit actually donated today. So it's good that I'm leaving here with, you know, one donation 56 minutes ago. I appreciate that. And yeah, and if there's any way you can support, you might say, like, I don't have money, but you know, I'm a good writer. I want to write something, you know, then just hit me up at oneafricaofficial@gmail.com. You know, we'll get to connect you guys to do everything. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things to be done, and you can be part of it. You know, I told you guys about articles and all those stuff. So if you're a journalist, if you're a writer, you like doing that things, you know, I'll speak with my sister Jerina, you know, later. And if you are passionate about all those stuff, let's do this together. You know, if you are a teacher like Nati, brother here, if you have anything, any knowledge or anything, and you wanna, you know, be producing something, guys, this is the platform that everybody can participate. You know, if you want to be making your videos to, you know, we have been talking about cryptocurrency before. You know, if you're passionate about that and you want more Africans to know, to engage some, I know you're passionate about that cryptocurrency. If it's something that you're passionate and you want to create videos about it, you know, we can always share in Swahili Nation. It's a platform we can share. You know, you just need to hit me up. We can plan, we can talk to see how can we make the series, you know, look amazing and great. So participate. You have any video, you have any topic you want to talk about, you can always make content. I can always share here because I've always been sharing here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much, guys. Anyways, I appreciate, guys. Let me pray and let me get out of here. Thank you, God, for the cup. Commitment under pressure. And we know that without commitment, we cannot start. Without persistence, consistency, we cannot finish. So everything that we had here today, help us to continue to navigate it through our life and to apply them in our daily lives. Thank you for all the suggestions and all the knowledge that I've gained here today. They have gained here today. May we continue to embrace knowledge, because knowledge is power. And we don't want to perish. So we need that knowledge, your word, and also the knowledge of this platform, this universe that we're living in. I bless you. I thank you. Remember those who are suffering and struggling. Remember those who are losing hope. Remember those who are crying and needing to see change. Bring that peace into Africa. You are the peace, and we need you more than anything else. I thank you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, guys. Thank you for today. I love you guys. Thank you for those who are continue donating. And let me ask you guys that most important thing we should do is sharing this page. We need this page to be exposed to a lot of people out there. So please share this page to as many people as you can. It will help us to reach to our goal. I appreciate, guys. I'll play this video and then I'll leave you guys with this. I love you. Good night. Bye-bye. Usually, I never get used to read a speech, but for today, I'm going to read a little speech that we wrote. And this will give you a full picture of what we stand for, where we are, and where we are going. It is indeed an auspicious occasion, a great honor and privilege to be here with you today to launch and celebrate a nations of union, One Africa. Swahili Nation One Africa is a global initiative founded to unite Africa, explore the abundant opportunities of growth that exist throughout the continent, harmonize ideas, and best steps to harness these for the benefit of both the young and old generations. To date, Africa remains a continent blessed with numerous resources, yet it is still the poorest in the world. There are numerous internal and external factors that causes this dissonance. The World Bank estimates that by the year 2050, sub-Saharan countries will be home to more than 1 billion people, half of whom will be under 25 years. This demographic stands the best chance at transforming the continent. The most dangerous poverty of all is mind poverty. Colonizers paralyzed Africa decades ago using the education system. The imperialists to date use the divide and rule principle. Africans have for decades been turned against each other. The family unity in Africa, which served a pivotal as a building block of human behavior and society at large, where formative values and respect and responsibility were instilled by parents, all the social order is now disintegrating. Should we sit back and continue complaining while cursing the neo-colonialists? My people, eradicating mind poverty in Africa starts by acknowledging our history, being aware of the present, building on the future, and learning from our mistakes. My people perished and being destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Knowledge remains the biggest challenge we face as Africans. Even with little knowledge we possess, partly our minds have been brainwashed and misinformed. The divide and rule approach of the colonialists remain prevalent even in the current times. Africa, we have allowed ourselves to be divided along with tribes, religion, skin color, clans, ethnicity, amongst others. One Africa, we declare our diversity is our strength. We embrace unity in diversity. Generations behind us are silently pleading for direction. The time is now to reconcile with ourselves, neighbors, and the whole continent. It will be a long road to healing, but in solidarity, we break away from the chains of division and walk the path to freedom. As we forge through this era of technological revolution, Africa should concurrently embrace transformative global trends, especially targeting our education policies. We should create tech corners and replicate across the continent to acquaint professionals in Africa with different trends on education and technology aimed at connecting them with the rest of the world. Unit, peace, and love run a resounding aloe. These three sum can only come through initiative that promote equality of opportunity. Africa is the world's youngest continent with 60% of its population under the age of 25 years. Africa is an envy of the globe, accounting for 19% of the globe youth population. Let us tap into the readily available labor force of the young men and women and detract them from joining extremism. Free them from taking risk journeys across Mediterranean Sea and from appalling conditions and inhuman treatment some experience in the Gulf region. We need to harness the potential of our young people. World Bank estimate that 40% of youth who join extremism are motivated by economic inequality. The exodus of our youth and other professionals through legal or illegal immigration should be a concern for all of us. Our social fabric is being broken, yet human capital is in abundance in Africa. Africans, we have the power to reverse the brain drain into skills gain. I envision an Africa where everyone gets quality education and accessible health service, where no one will be scared to show their ethnicity, religion, or belief, where everyone can traverse freely without being scared of their safety, where everyone is respected for just being a human, where love and peace are our resources for being. Giving is cherished. Sacrificing in service for the benefit of others are honored, where integrity, honesty, hard work, and result-based leadership are the core motivation for all people, especially those who lead us. One Africa needs more than just talent and passion. We need a rich network of like-minded people, dedicated professionals, experts in various fields, and vast ideas on moving forward to bring about change and prosperity to our beautiful continent, Mother Africa. For a long time, Western media and other foreign nations have manipulated and distorted the truth about Africa for their own gain. No one else can defend Africa but Africans. No one else can support or change this continent, Africa, but Africans. Africa is our home. Africa is our heritage. Africa is our pride. Africa is for Africans. That's why you clap, guys. Thank you, thank you. Collapse the borders. We, the African youth, are ready and energized to build our continent into prosperity. We have the ability to solve our own challenges without external interference and manipulation. We are advancing to reach all Africans across the planet through conversation for a better Africa. We are on a mission to defend the image and heritage of Africa, to decolonize the mind through authentic knowledge, and create a bridge for oneness and peaceful Africa. The core essence of our unity is towards a one Africa of solidarity and peace and love. Knowledge is power. Our people need to be empowered through genuine knowledge based on our values, customs, beliefs, and Africa before colonization. Let us join hands and share in the vision of our humanity, the vision for a one Africa. With all humility, I pledge today that one Africa will unite and build Africa and its people despite of our differences, because our diversity is the key pillar of our unity. I sincerely thank and welcome you abroad to go with me in this journey. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let me just finish by saying that my tribe is Africa. My tribe is one Africa. whatever tribe you have, it's Africa. And that's how we can unite each other. Appreciate, guys. Thank you so much. Usually, I never get used to